You and the dad dance.
Yeah.
Hey. On the ones and twos, on the ones and twos. Back. We back. Little jam.
You know I don't know this song, so I don't know why you keep looking over here.
Yeah, you don't know about that Brent Fires?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, me too.
You gotta get on it. Little jam. Hopefully they don't try to hit us up. I'm talking over the background. You know what I'm saying? They don't try to hit us with the copyright claim.
Right.
We don't own the rights to this.
We had a whole vibe.
Not on the rights to this music. We just jamming.
Yeah, it was a vibe.
Right? We just jamming. It's just a vibe. Exactly. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hey. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Hey, it's Saturday.
It's Saturday. Weather's starting to change.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
For me, I like when the weather starts to change.
Oh, me too.
As a man who likes the ladies, I love when the weather starts to change.
Right.
Let's put that out there.
Right. The wardrobe does change.
I love it when the weather starts to change. It's for to get delightful out here.
Yeah, especially in
And
California.
then it just feels good too. It's good to, looks good, feels good,
Yeah.
everything. How are you guys?
Good.
great.
Good.
How are you?
I'm excellent. It's been a good week.
Good.
How about you guys? Anybody else have a good week?
No, worked.
Anyone else?
Yeah, great week.
Great week. See, we got another one. We got special guests. Special guests. I might just introduce and we're going to just get going, man, because y'all over there, all cheese and everybody got nice cheese.
Whatever.
Ain't nobody talking, though.
Whatever.
All right. All right.
That's what you get for messing with people.
Hey.
Yeah.
Adaptable. On the move. You have now tapped into the Deez Ninjas Podcast, and we are so glad that you came to kick it with us. I am Club Dynamite, the coolest ninja you know, and I'm here with some ninjettes and a special guest ninjet. Hey. Hey, Nikki Savage.
Yo.
Tess, and Lily.
Hi.
I'm going to say what's up to Lily today.
Hi.
Hey.
What's going on?
No, man, I'm chilling. How y'all feeling? Everybody feeling good?
Feeling great.
Good spirits?
Yes.
Saturday.
It's Saturday. Saturdays of the podcast. We know it. That's the mantra. Hopefully everybody know it. I'm glad that everybody here with us. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Shout out to the ninjas that's not here with us today. We got Cash D. What up, Vern?
Cash, hey, we miss you.
Shout out to my guy. Shout out to Vacation Barb.
Vacationing.
Vacation.
Probably. I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, man.
She doing what
it
she
wouldn't
do.
be right.
She know what she do. And Shanni Love. What up, Shanni?
Shiny.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all. I want to say a what up to Extendo. And I want to say what up to everybody that's tuning in and everybody that's tapping in and that's fucking with us.
Yes, thank you.
Shout out. Shout out. Shout out. That's what's up.
that's what's up.
That's what's up. It's been it's a crazy week because this weekend is like an anniversary. Takes us all back. I mean, it's crazy because it's like an anniversary that like we have, I don't know, do we have fond thoughts about today?
No.
Some people do. That's why it's weird.
It's
That's why it's a
true.
weird.
They might have
weird
funny
anniversary.
like thoughts of it, but I don't think it's like a nostalgia anniversary, like when people get married and be like, it's our anniversary.
And you
like
might feel like that, but I would say that some people would dare counter that with, I had hella fun.
I don't know about hella fun, but
No, it was people I know that definitely was saying they had
it was
fun.
some fun to be had, but I mean, hella
It was.
fun.
I mean, it was wild. Well, let's tell them what we're talking about. Today is the weekend anniversary of the 30 year anniversary.
I think
of
it's
the LA
30.
riots?
I think it's 30.
I
The
think it's
30
30.
year?
Yeah, it's
The
definitely
30.
30. Yeah, for
The
sure.
30
For
year
sure.
Yes.
you're correct.
100%.
The 30 year anniversary of the LA riots, which happened in 1992. So Yeah.
I think it's kind
my
of
senior
wore off.
year.
Like
Mhm.
I feel like we were turned every year after, but now it's just like 30 years we pretty much died down. A lot of black people have left LA, so it's not as significant to us anymore.
Not so much significant. It's just
I mean,
when you
like
think
to
back.
celebrate it. So
I
to say.
don't think I've ever
Not
really
celebrate,
I don't
but
think
you
I've
know,
ever
yeah.
celebrated it. I think
Yeah.
yeah, I think this crazy. I think this is the most I've ever acknowledged it actually.
Not celebrated, but have
like
some
commemorate
thoughts
it,
about
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Rodney King,
Like they do the little news special and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, well,
like
I think it's because it's
call it
30.
out.
It's a nice round
Yeah.
holiday for them.
Yeah,
nice
they just want to do an
anniversary.
anniversary of it.
Yeah.
They make days out of everything. so,
Right.
They really do.
Right,
yeah, they'll have like Red Cup Day. So
right.
They make days out of everything. But the riot was crazy when you think back. I didn't even get to participate in the LA riots. I didn't. When I got out of school, I went like the back streets, went to the house.
yes.
That was it. Pops had me. Got you, nigga. That was a wrap. I didn't get to get out of the house. I saw like all the stuff on TV, and then some crazy shit went down, like with a gas station on the corner, like a biggest like intersection there's blew up, just sky high. Pops was like, "Oh, all right, that was enough for me. I'm cool."
Where was that at?
That was on Crenshaw and Adams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gas station blew up. Blew.
Somebody set it on fire?
I don't know how it blew
Oh,
up.
they were
setting shit
at
on
home.
fire, so
we
it's
were at home.
possible.
We saw
Yeah.
Yeah,
the gas station blow up.
Right.
From the house. Like, oh shit.
yeah. They
But
probably
I
just
think we
started
were all
pumping the
like
gas and
really
shit.
too young. Like, how old were you?
I was in high school.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Me
so you're
too.
older. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was like 10. So,
okay.
yeah, it wasn't a huge thing. I couldn't be out.
Yeah, see, I was in
Yeah.
high school. So
Oh, okay. So
it was look, peep game. For me, the separation for me, like being involved
yes.
with the whole shit and
Yes.
really fucking like maybe like stealing a lot of shit and maybe going to jail or whatever, right? Was going out of one gate, leaving out of school versus going out of the other gate, leaving out of school.
Yes.
If I would have went out of the gate on the other street, all that, it was
You would have hit
action
it. Right.
going on right down the
Right.
street. Foot
Yeah.
Locker, all kind
Yeah.
of stuff. It was going down. But I went down the street. They had
Right.
the back street, cut it right off.
I
So,
was not even at school. Like I had ditched that day. I was at my boyfriend's house
What?
and he just turned on the news
Yeah.
and saw that they were looting the gas station that was right down the street from his house and was like, I'll be right back. And so
See, you closer to the experience
Right,
that I'm talking
right.
about.
right. So like we were in the hood too. We were like on 76th and Avalon or something. And my mom had to come and pick me and my sister up. And we had to drive all the way back to Leimert Park.
Uh-huh.
So like we drove by Slauson Swap Meet. We was like seeing all of the shit. Everybody was going crazy.
All over the city.
Yeah, and me and my sister were like, "Oh, we about to get in on some of this." Like, soon as we get to the house, my mom was like, "Y'all are not going
No.
any damn where." So we just waited. They went to sleep, and we just left when they went to sleep. And so, like the store that was at the corner, it had already been looted and shit. So when we went in there, it was just like more shit left. So we just
Yeah.
went in there leisurely
Yeah.
and got more shit
Yeah.
and went home and
Oh, see,
had.
man.
It was just a beauty supply.
Oh, you did the right as a black woman. I like to
Right.
say that was a very lucrative.
Exactly, it was.
Yeah.
It was a good senior prom because of it.
Yeah. Oh, so you were a senior?
Yes.
Oh, what school?
Dorsey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don's. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. We didn't get
Yeah.
to do none of that.
Yeah.
My pops took us and drove us off to Barstow. His buddy lived in Barstow. So I got to hang out. I actually had fun out there because we was on some whole other, but in this, in the city, it was going down.
Yeah.
And I had no idea like my friends were involved in this kind of stuff. I had
We
no
were
idea.
seeing people. All
I
like
had
people
no
that went to
idea.
Dorsey. We
I had
lived
no
in the
idea.
neighborhood.
When we came back to school, people came back. We had with like souvenirs. Niggas
Right,
had
yes.
new shoes.
Yes. Jewelry.
all the new shit.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fucking Wow.
My boyfriend gave me a ring.
Wow.
He had a big ass barbecue. I was like, all right.
I know niggas came back like, yeah, we had it. We had this ATMs.
They had new couches. I was like,
No, the couches was the wildest part of the whole riot.
They had new couches.
With couches. The couches.
Yes, it's
were
still
the wildest.
Yes.
That's my fondest memory.
Right.
Seeing people with couches.
Then I had my
Right.
homeboys
Yes.
that was like taggers that had like souvenirs, like police tape and busted locks. It was just like all kind of just like frivolous, miscellaneous bullshit. It was crazy. I didn't know everybody.
was.
I didn't even know everybody was getting down like that.
It was
Yeah,
crazy.
it was.
I like missed the whole that part of the
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
Well, I was alerted by watching the news.
I just came back to the
seeing,
destruction.
what's his name? Reginald Denny getting hit with the brick.
That was
that was
interesting.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
my.
Where it set it off.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
that's what I saw live on TV. Like, yeah, that was pretty. But I don't know why I said celebrate, but I feel like if you're from LA, maybe you understand what I'm trying to say. Not celebrate, but that was like I don't know. It felt like emotions had boiled over at that point.
No,
Yeah, they had.
no, it's definitely different sides
Yeah,
to it.
that's what I'm
just,
saying.
I'm just talking that side. Like I
Yeah.
said, it
Yeah.
also destroyed the city.
Yeah,
it did.
But
It did destroy the
It
city.
did destroy the city. It was-
Especially for the small business person. They
Yeah.
didn't come back.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I mean,
a lot of them.
Oh, it's all the other
Yeah.
aspects. Like you said, the Koreans that was on the top of the
Yeah,
rooftops,
yeah, with the guns
with rifles,
and stuff. Yeah.
shooting at niggas.
Yeah.
Well, because
Okay.
they were
That was
already, we
real.
were already upset about,
Natasha Harley.
Natasha
Latasha
Harley. That was
Harlins,
that
yeah.
for
Yeah.
to be a young
Yeah.
black girl in LA. That really was like very sad for us.
Mhm.
So we were all enraged
So there was
inside.
Right.
not-
tensions were
Yeah.
high between
yeah,
those
tensions were already
communities.
high.
too.
So I'm
You're
not
right.
saying it
Exactly.
was a great day, but
No,
we
no, it
And they were all
understood
throughout the community.
It wasn't great. That was
Yeah.
just like I said, that was my young, immature,
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
Exactly.
15-year-old brain talking.
Right.
yeah. What that was?
Like what was going on? Like I'm
Right.
like, oh, I'm missing out. You
No,
know?
that
That's
was
what I
off
was.
our brains,
That's what I
though.
was
But-
feeling.
Yeah.
Then.
But we didn't want to. But a lot of us didn't want to destroy the community. No, that wasn't
Right. That was not even.
Yeah.
I don't
'Cause
even
I
think
mean-
I
No,
thought
that was
about
just
that at all.
that was just it was just rage. Like you said,
Yeah.
rage built up and
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
exploded
Right.
Yeah.
and kaboom.
Right.
Guess we tore up the room. At least last time they like went to the other neighborhoods. They learned a lesson.
Right. Right.
Yes.
I mean,
They did learn a lesson.
I have a lot of comments on that, but I'll stick with the topic at hand.
Huh.
I just remember it being like, we found out at school, because like I said, that's where I say it's so different now, because you used to, when it was big things going on, they would pull out, that roll cart with the TV and you would sit.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Right, what's going on? And I just remember sitting there, and as all these people got found not guilty, and I was just like, they didn't see what I saw? Like, okay. And then my mom picked us up early from school.
Right.
And we didn't leave the house no more. She did go back to pick up our homework packet. And then we just remember being stuck in the room. And if you had to come out, you had to crawl, because we had this big window that people were running back and forth through from where the alley was.
Right.
So she was just like, you gotta go to the bathroom, take your ass back in there. And we ate in our room for the first time like ever. Because she was that mama, you
Right.
couldn't do none
Oh,
of
that wasn't.
shit.
Yeah,
Right.
that wasn't the go down.
Yeah, we just stayed in our room. So it was different. It was real. Yeah. It was scary to me.
Like I said,
I was just
my
gonna
my
ask
It was
experience
scary.
completely different.
For me,
Yeah.
it was scary just because as you're watching all the shit like burn up, and regardless of what I thought about it, it still was just like, with that scene where you saw the cops pull out, I was like, this shit real. Like, I don't know what's about to happen. But then
Well,
when they
that
get
was
the curfew.
that was like crazy for me coming back and seeing like the destruction. Like it was way different from when I
Yeah.
left. Shit was
Yeah.
fucked up.
And then once
I
they started
mean-
imposing curfews and shit, and then you started
Yeah.
seeing that the tactics were different, I was like, shit, I don't think we getting through this. Like,
Right.
even at 8,
Like it
that's
got
what I
real.
was
Like
thinking.
when martial law went down.
Yeah.
Like, when it went
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
It wasn't that scary for me. Was it scary for you?
extended. Well, I didn't have to deal with it.
Right. I didn't feel scared at
I
any point,
wasn't
but that
even
could have just
scared. I
been
didn't feel
immaturity.
scared.
No,
Yeah.
Extendo.
You know what I mean?
Extendo was talking earlier. He told me they got caught up by with the martial law thing. They was out just hey, trying to get to
Yeah.
the house. Hey,
Yeah.
y'all better, and they got
Yeah.
lucky. They got lucky. One of the homies' parents like snatched them up. So
I
Wow.
don't think I was scared. I don't know, but I wasn't. I wasn't right by it. I was in Hawthorne. So yeah, I wasn't really in LA. I was just watching, and then we get to, but they were rioting in Hawthorne too. They were looting.
Oh yeah, it was going down.
They were looting in Hawthorne. So it was going down.
It was going down.
Yeah. I can say the one thing I remember being funny, even though it wasn't really that funny, was once everything had kind of started to die down and stuff, right? We go to visit my grandparents in Fresno. And, now we didn't got used to, you get down, we're just a whole different set of kids now. So we're in the car with my mom, her sister, and two of my cousins. And we're riding. Yeah. We hear the gunshots. We hit the ground. My cousins are still looking around like, bitch, you want to die? Like, we don't look around for shit. Like, that's what I learned. You don't look for nothing. You stay out the way, and that's just my get down.
Stay low.
Right. Don't get down.
Get low, stay low, stay the fuck out the way.
And it was literally right after the riots. You know how I was used to be under the window. You stay, you get low. And I'm like, y'all
always,
something ain't right with y'all.
Yes,
like,
you're always confused when people don't get down when they hear a gunshot. You're like, what are you... From low, you're like, what's wrong with you?
Right.
With my father going to work, I still thought not only are they now going to be attacked, like all the police attacking because of what's going on, they know that even if you weren't in it, we just literally watched these people walk away from doing that shit. So it was like that fear of anybody who could not be in the house. Like, shit, it's fair. I mean, we fair game now, but to be 8 in that register was like different for me.
Oh, you was
yeah, right.
You was tuned in.
I mean,
yeah. It doesn't surprise me.
Right, it doesn't.
It does not surprise me at all. Yeah. You was tuned in. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, they not gonna let you have too many Reginald Diddy's and shit. They go anybody, and then they gonna use the excuse, and everybody could not stay at home. People had to go to work still. Like,
just like the pandemic, people still has like life still is going on while all this whatever craziness is going on. Like, they not gonna cut them bills off
at all.
It's not gonna happen. Nope. No. That one.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm good on that one now. Yeah.
But I'm with you. I got what you said, celebrate. I knew you weren't meaning like we go out and barbecue.
No.
Every so many years, like you said, those highlight years, you do start seeing all the documentaries. They want to go back and talk to people because I think it was like at the 25, they did this major one.
At this point, that's a moment in history.
Yes.
That's going to be always like in history books.
Right.
All that,
What all the other traumatizing things
that
you go through when you live out.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Traumatized individuals in
Let's
LA.
Document these things and show you the pattern. It's going to happen.
And there's film. There's film of it.
Of the abuse.
Right.
Again, look at that.
Everything I see out here. Like, I mean, and I think it's crazy now because when shit happens and people be like, you're going to remember where you were when this happens. And so as like, I'm looking back, I'm like, well, shit, I know where I was when this happened, when that happened.
All the heavy hitters.
Yeah. Man, like anything that I could think of. Like I remember, I'm a big, huge Tupac fan. So I knew where I was then, but then I also knew where I was when Biggie got killed because it was up the street. And I was just like, well, shit, like.
I had people at that party.
See, I was still young, okay?
Yeah.
So my friends weren't anything for me.
I think since we live in LA, everything has to be dramatic, maybe for Hollywood purposes, but it's very we have to mark everything because everything happens. Like we had an earthquake in, I don't know what year that was, but 94. I know. Okay, so you see, he's traumatized. He knows exactly when it was and where he was. It's just like, LA is dangerous.
That was a thing.
I was telling them before you came, like when I moved to Atlanta, like people would look at me weird with the way that I moved, but I'm like, when you're from LA, you move like a little different than like some people.
Atlanta.
So I see Atlanta's the bomb. But like what happened was I was living in the dorms and I lived on the 2nd floor. And so I always kept a pair of shoes by my bed. I kept at least a pair of pants and a hoodie. And then in my car, I had like a bag just in case I got stuck somewhere, had clothes and shit. And people were like, why do you do that? I'm like, well, I mean, growing up where there are earthquakes, I always kept a pair of shoes just in case I had to
We learned all
Get out.
about emergency kits.
Right. I kept emergency kit.
Right.
We learned all the kind of emergency kits.
Right.
And that's just the California emergency kit though, because like people like down south, they got like hurricanes. That's like
hell
a
yeah.
whole,
Right. That's a
whole different
nother-
jibe right there.
Yeah.
They, I don't know nothing
Yeah.
about that.
Me neither.
Well, I think some of that, like my people being from the South,
Right.
it kind of, trickles over. So there's certain things that we always stay stocked up on as if shit like that is going to happen. And we don't have
And you don't have to, like, you're not even worried about tornadoes. You got
Right.
tornado blockers.
But I knew like when
No.
the pandemic hit and all the people were freaking out, like, I got to go to the store. We was like, well, shit, we already stocked up on toilet. Like all the shit that you would have not thought people just go, let me stock up. Mama had beans for days, but I knew that came from grandma being from the
Right.
South. Like,
Right.
got boards to
Yeah.
board up the windows.
No.
No, I'm
We didn't have
totally
any
LA.
boards.
I was running to the
Yeah.
store every 5
Yeah.
seconds. Like, oh,
Yeah,
We
I didn't go to
need-
the store. I went to the
Yeah.
store. We
Yeah.
had
look,
stuff,
people-
but
People speaking to go to the store. How long did you guys go to the store like early, like during the pandemic?
mm-hmm.
Like,
I did.
what do you mean? Like, go to the store early?
I didn't go to the store early pandemic.
Well,
I went shopping for like once and
Instacarted.
had a gang of shit for a long time.
No, so
Yeah.
no, I went to the store often.
Yeah.
I have 4 sons, so I was
Yeah.
at the store.
Right.
Yeah, I was totally shopping through the whole thing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
shopped too, but I
Yeah.
Instacarted.
I shopped after a
some
while,
things, Yeah.
but
I
early
started doing
on,
a lot
No.
of online.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, see, you guys were I was going different places because a lot of stuff was sold out and this
Yeah.
and that, and
Yeah.
having all those children and all
Oh,
the
see,
diets.
that's- yeah.
Yeah. I have 4 too, so I get it.
Yeah, at the stove.
It was
I
just me and
at
mom.
the stove.
Right.
Yeah, no, I was
Yeah.
at the stove.
That's-
Right.
I didn't have to. So many heads I had to deal with.
Right.
Oh yeah, see,
Yeah, we
yeah.
had-
We
had a
was
lot of
Yeah.
together in this
Right.
right.
No,
It was just
I was at the
Right.
stove
I was
spending
like, it's how many-
thousands of
yes,
dollars.
Yes.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Wow. It was
No,
just
I mean, I
us.
still had to eat, so I spent money. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Would go and stock
I
and
just
be
did like
done.
when I first saw what was going down,
Yeah.
I packed it in. Like,
Yeah.
I did too.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay, when it
I got
first,
a deep,
yeah,
I got a
yeah,
deep freezer. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
really kind of would like. I was very
yeah.
smart about it.
Oh yeah, a lot of spaghetti. Ooh.
Right. Right. All those dry goods.
Yeah.
And see, that was a lot of stuff.
We couldn't
was
find rice.
already
We were
stocked
like,
up.
there's
on.
no
yeah.
rice.
There was
Oh.
no rice.
We had
Yeah.
just went to the grocery store before the shit hit. So I guess we got lucky. What would make me mad is that my brother lives like 10 minutes away, him and his wife. And they kept coming there. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna need you to go to the grocery store. So
Yeah.
I ain't gotta go because you raiding our house. Like, it's 2 of y'all asses. Y'all figure that shit out. I gotta listen. I mean like that. So,
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, man.
Only thing
got
I was
enough toilet
tripping
paper
off
for
of is
us.
like they was really like you can only take one water.
Yeah,
Like,
it became
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Right. That was.
We had
So you had to go to
already.
multiple stoves. Exactly.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
you was going to the stove.
and come on, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you was all in line outside.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and 6 feet apart.
Oh
Yeah.
come on!
Yeah.
I mean, if we look back, it was ridiculous.
It was
ridiculous.
It was.
It made no
It
sense
was.
at
It
all.
was
Right.
6 feet apart, and you looking at people like real crazy, like,
Yeah,
Stay
please.
over
like,
there.
bruh,
Yes.
Please.
you really trying to
Yes.
get beat up out here.
I still look
Yes.
at people like that. I need my space. At
But you
all
were looking at
times.
them like that before.
But
no,
it's-
now it's worse.
But it's
Because I didn't like people in my personal space as it was.
But
But
at the
now,
store, you were like that before.
I'm worse now. I am 10 times worse. Because at least before, it was like, okay, you needed to squeeze in. I wasn't
Yeah.
tripping. Now I'm like fuck, you go ahead and go.
Yeah,
Since you more
now you
important.
turn
Like,
into-
I need you to,
Yeah.
because you walk
Yeah.
in that space, I'll give it to you.
you making that space.
Right. Like,
Wait,
mm-mm.
as far as you try to get, I just noticed that if I take a step and then you take a step and then now I gotta say, okay, it's 6 feet.
Right.
And
The
now
line
you
is
don't have
not
to do the
moving.
math, they do
I'm
that.
moving.
Right. Or like you move over to the side because you like, okay, and then they like still up on the
Yeah,
like,
that's what she was
bruh,
saying.
move
It's
over.
changed this.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
changed the subconsciously. All of that shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
They
racist.
abused us again.
Yes, they
More
did.
abuse.
They did.
That's more trauma, huh?
I'm
Yeah,
just
more
now getting
trauma.
used to people on TV doing stuff that we can't. We still are like, oh, can I hug this person? Can I kiss this person? Can
Well, I mean,
but I mean,
I have a total another, so I just feel like it was all a money grab. I mean, it was a money grab, and here we are. traumatized in LA.
Right.
Because
I feel like, how do I say this? Like, I partially agree with that. Like, I feel like the situation was, they took advantage of the situation.
Orchestrated.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
That's
I
the
mean,
word
I do share that in a sense. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, I know people that got sick and stuff. And I'm like, what? But
they're going to still get sick.
they're still going to get sick.
They're
We're still getting sick now.
Let me just say,
I didn't get sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. But 42% of deaths now are vaccinated people. So that's why I said
that's what I'm saying.
come on now.
So wait, I get vaccinated and then I still could get sick and still
die.
could die.
We gonna all die of something
Eventually.
at some point.
Right.
But I think like now, even being like, back in the schools, what annoys me most is now kids ain't gotta wear the mask, right? Cool. Before it used to be, now, with the COVID, it was if your kid is coughing and stuff, you keep them at home. Them parents is like, fuck that. So like now I be in class like really
So
Lysol
now just
and
cough
shit.
up your mask.
Yeah, and them kids, they don't wear the mask. They don't cover their mouths. I'm like, the fuck? Like, what? Can we go back to being smart and keeping our kids at home when they sick? Because everybody ain't trying to catch your cooties. But they don't care. Them kids
It's
coming
more
now.
than just COVID.
Okay,
I don't
that's
even
the
want to
thing.
catch a cold. So
That's what I'm saying.
But
They
you were
would've
getting
kept
sick.
them
But
for
you
that.
were the kids were sick before COVID.
No, what I'm
Yes, they
saying
were.
is during school, during the COVID thing,
Yeah.
if you came in with a cough, you could not be at school.
Right.
So you did not have as much as like you're coming in and now everybody's sick because you're there sick. These kids be visibly sick and their parents still be like, nope, back to the old days. Let's just bring them to school. And it's like, dude, everybody don't want to get sick because your kid is visibly sick. I don't care if they got COVID or not. Like, I low-key during this time of COVID was the first time that I taught and I never got sick. The first. Now we sick like every other day.
But just like I said, you were sick before COVID. You would get sick from the kids right before
because
COVID.
they were coming to school sick.
Right. But what I'm not saying that the kids weren't, but I'm just saying that the purpose of the argument was that before COVID and after COVID, they're still getting sick. So it was just a whole thing. It was just a money grab for that. I agree. We should not bring kids to school that are sick.
Right now, I would say
Yeah.
the precautions have lifted so much in people's minds that they're like,
I think what you're trying to say is they should
back to
keep
the
those
norm.
same precautions just to keep you from getting sick from
Right, like-
anything. Not just
I
COVID,
agree.
but a cold or
because I'm
the
keeping my
flu
mask.
or
And now that I
whatever.
know that I caught less sickness.
I can hear that logic.
Yeah.
I can hear that logic. Just to say, just to be cautious in general.
Right.
Because now that we know that people are nasty.
Right. That's what it
So-
really
Well, that's what I'm
is.
In order
saying.
to
They were
prevent-
nasty
in order to
before.
prevent
Yeah.
a lot of
Let's
other
be honest.
sicknesses,
Been
let's
nasty.
just
Yeah.
Yeah.
hang back just in general on some of those fronts when you can.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
She's saying now that we know what we know.
Because what we did, 'cause
Yes.
one
Yes.
one thing we definitely learned is how much you touch your face and all
Yeah.
those type things that
No,
people
for
probably was
sure.
not aware of.
Yeah, let's
'Cause
sanitize. Let's
Everybody was like hypersensitive.
Right. And
Let's wash
kids
our
have
hands.
picked up on
Let's
that
wash our
too.
hands.
Well, I have.
So you on
Yeah,
to
so
wash your
I was
hands?
always on that. So that's why I said
Yeah.
before that they should have been doing that. But now I'm glad that people are aware
Me
that
too.
Me
you're
too, for
nasty.
sure. Right.
I've been noticing that with the kids now. They've gotten it more. So when I be seeing kids be like, they go cover their face and stuff, the other kids be like, man, cover your mouth. Get the hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
You just cough all in your mouth.
Yeah.
Things that they would not have even thought about before because kids
And it's
are
like,
nasty.
and it's the level of how much it was put during that time. It was hit on them in their home.
Yeah.
too.
Right.
So they
You
like
know.
wash hands, hand sanitize all the time.
Yeah, they're like, ugh, you're a little nasty.
Right.
Yes, yes, that's good.
It is
I'm glad
good.
that everybody's aware now.
Right.
Yeah, for my standpoint as a job, my job, like, yeah, I'm glad. But I was always preaching those things, and now it's come
Yeah,
to
for
fruition.
sure.
Everyone is
Yes.
doing what they should.
Yes.
Yes,
I always had hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
I always washed
Mhm.
my hands.
yes,
That's
when
true.
I came in the house and,
yes.
anytime I dealt with, you wash your hands.
That's true. I don't like
But you-
stuff on my hands. So
Me either.
you know.
Yeah, but you look and you see that people aren't that clean.
Right.
Yeah, not
Right.
at all.
All right.
At all.
Yikes.
Mhm.
Well, that's that. You dirty people, wash yourselves.
Right. Nasty.
So we can stop being traumatized.
A little nasty in LA.
Right.
All right, check it out. We are in the midst of politics again. Here we go.
Well, you know, it's that season. It's that year.
All of that shit is starting. Like, for real. Like, on the state, federal level, all of it is starting again because all the Senate stuff is coming.
Because we have midterms this year.
Yeah. All right. Well, the LA mayoral race debate is tomorrow, and so there are 5 candidates in the race tomorrow. Anybody have a favorite candidate?
I wouldn't say
you
favorite.
don't have to say who it is. Just do anything. You have a favorite.
Who I know I'm voting for.
Oh, so it's not necessarily your favorite. It's just who you're voting for.
Out of the 5, yes. I mean, I always feel like when
it's
you're
always
voting,
a lesser out of whatever evils that you.
No, we gotta stop though. We gotta stop.
So the only other option is not to vote.
If you're going to,
that's not an option.
If you're going to vote,
it's not an option for me not to vote.
You have to choose someone. So if you're not 100% sold on someone, first in some capacity, it's the lesser of the evils. And however,
or whoever you think the pros outweigh the cons for you.
Yes, if you're not 100% behind anyone, but you still believe in the process.
No war. I'm always vote.
With me, it's just like
vote always.
If you believe in the process,
I'm always voting.
Because still, like, if you don't vote for someone, then that person that you may feel like you may not be for someone in particular, but you may be against someone, and sometimes you may on that front. So you may be just voting to keep them out.
I agree.
You know, so it's however it works, but that's it works. I think that's why they keep trying to stop you from doing it. So do it.
Definitely,
and they are definitely trying to stop people.
They spend too much money and resources and back alley backstabbings trying to get you not to vote. Go vote.
Legal ways to get you not to vote.
When I say back alley and I mean like under like as far as doing stuff, signing bills and things.
That's what I'm saying. They make it legal to do what the hell.
Redistricting and redlining shit in the middle of the night when they be signing those bills, literally.
Yeah.
Getting that shit off, so.
Well, I feel like in LA, we got access to vote. I mean, we have to stand in a few lines, but we do.
But go do it.
Yeah, but we vote. We vote in LA.
We do. Well,
I feel like we do.
Yeah.
It's way easier.
I don't know if we vote
to vote here than it was when I was in Georgia.
I don't know if we vote in the lower
chance.
level elections as much as we do at the federal elections.
Well, Maxine's still in, so we do pretty good. We got her still.
We still got her going.
So
it's true.
I mean, come on now. Let's be honest. We vote for our candidates in LA. LA is, we stick to the norm.
And that's true. But I think with midterms coming around, that's an issue. Because while I hope we don't have to vote for her, because I'm not. No, I'm saying out here, we're able to vote a lot easier than other places. Like when I came back here, I noticed the window
we're not dealing with that barrier like some people in the
and that's what I was saying. Like I see now, like they trying to make it so where it will affect something like a midterms, because we know if you have more bodies in one party in some place, then that party now controls it, and it's all based on how they do it. It's easy for us. It ain't that easy.
So who's controlling LA? What party is controlling LA?
No, I'm not. I'm saying what happens is like, okay, so in California, regardless if you are typically leaning as a Republican in some areas like Orange County, or you're in the Democrat, it still usually is based on the people deciding, right? It's not hard for us. You go some other places like they have in the South where it is. And so it's like, yeah, y'all might all be pushing for this candidate, but this candidate probably is not going to get in there because they didn't put everything in those places. So yeah, while we got in who we may have wanted, when you look at the balance of power in DC, those people who cheated their way to the top, now they're in control. So
and they didn't, and some of them cheated their way to the top, and other ones it's like we just aren't aware of like the feeling in some of these states and cities and in the middle of the country. They just, that's what they own. You know what I'm saying? So they voting for these people and they didn't have to be no trick. That's just what they was on. So you know what I'm saying? That has to be taken into account as well.
Okay, so what were some of the barriers in the South for?
So like I remember this last time when I had to go vote, they purposely like if you go in certain areas, like all the shit work, right? The last time I went to vote in Atlanta, I get to my polling place and like you had the computers, but you didn't have the chargers. And so it was like, we're all waiting in line because they're like, well, we can't plug the shit up. I'm like, okay. The time before that, I had moved. I did everything I was supposed to do. I had my address, was legal, everything, right? So I go to right where the polling place is, where my cul-de-sac is. They're like, oh no, you're supposed to be voting in a whole nother city that wasn't close to me at all. They kept sending me back and forth to the, because I was like, I'm not going all the way over there.
It's a lot of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then they sent me there, and I end up having to like
It's a lot
do
of
the
games
temporary.
that get played as far as they not, like I said, the voting. That's the reason I know voting matters. You know, when the debate between like if voting counts or not lies for me in how they try to restrict voting as far as laws that they put in place, as far as ID laws, voter ID laws.
And certain IDs don't count when you still have to use all the other shit.
And the way they change stuff around, the way they have laws in certain states where if you don't do something in a certain time, they kick you right off the roster.
They purge you off of it.
They purge you off the roster. It's just, you know, it gets funny style
a little tricky
in a lot of these places. And all those tactics
add up.
Yeah, they add up. And they spend money on
to do it, yeah.
And that's where it really comes down to it, is they spend money to stop it. So that says something. Wherever the money is going, you can follow the money and see what's going on.
Ain't that what they always say? Just follow the money trail.
You can follow the money and see what's going on. So it's that easy. All right, let me see. The Snickers shit, man. The Snickers shit. I seen some people. All right. I don't know. It was one of them little IG pages I see this shit on. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt.
Let me look it up. What should I put in Instagram? The new Snicker?
Yeah, the Snick. All right.
No, it's the Snicker,
I don't know how you type this shit in. I guess like the Snickers dick vein.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I would put.
Yeah.
No.
Because, all right, look, so I guess they tried to redesign the Snickers and just make it like a smooth candy bar.
I see it.
Like a Twix. No, well, Twix ain't smooth.
Twix got texture.
It got a Twix dick vein too.
They were just trying to make
it
look candy bar. It was just a bar, a candy.
I mean, shit, I don't never pay the candy that much attention when I eat it.
They was trying to make it a bar of candy, right? Just a regular bar of candy.
Like, I would have still ate it like that.
People got mad because they was like, it's a dick vein in that shit, and they took it out.
You know what? As many times as I've eaten a Snicker, I don't
eat Snickers, so I've never even.
I love
This is nothing that I've even had to encounter in my life.
But I never realized that that's what it looked like.
What?
I want to know the percentage of the people that was complaining about the dick bang.
I guarantee they weren't black.
I honestly
right, because I think it's like
I think they're so obsessed with us.
I honestly
that
meant
not
like more
black
gender
people.
specific.
Yeah, not black women.
Right, because a candy bar is a candy bar. Like,
that's weird.
No, yeah.
That's weird that it was even a thing and people got mad.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like, hey, what's going on?
You got mad.
I'm going to be honest. I never even understood.
It's a fetish.
I didn't even understand why Snickers had like the same way with Twix. I never understood the
Is this like
thing.
like some underground shit? Like people
It has to be.
Freaks of the industry.
It's a lot of like little underground shit that you'll see like on the internet. You'll be surprised like that people do.
That's in regular life though, where you just be like, I would have never thought. Did you know that? Was that important?
Did you know that it's dudes that like celebrate the My Little Pony? They got like a whole little My Little Pony fucking culture. Did y'all know that?
I ain't going there with you.
I don't even want to know that.
A certain type of person that's doing that.
Did y'all?
You know what I mean?
Okay, so but wait, where were you that made you think to
the
search
internet
that?
Is
right.
I didn't search it, but the internet is
why?
crazy. Somebody put you on, you like, nah,
that's
weird. Not true.
You're weird.
And you go look it up.
Weird.
No, you go look it up and you like, whoa, this shit's weird. It goes down.
Well,
what is it called? What is it called?
Now, see just how you doing it
I'm
right
not
now?
gonna do it.
See how you doing it right now?
I ain't gonna do it for the mind.
So all somebody got to do is tell you.
Somebody on Instagram asked me, what is it called again?
They're called bronies.
Somebody on Instagram.
They're called bronies.
What you're at?
Okay.
These niggas be celebrating and they had conventions and shit.
I mean, that's
My
what I'm
Little
saying.
Pony.
People are are freaks and weird and into fetishes.
That's what I was saying. I was just giving y'all like one, like,
fetish.
you know, random shit. You just stumbled across random shit.
That's what I'm saying. The things that people take on as fetishes,
like a pony, but a
okay.
bro.
I never even tried. I never tried to even break down what brony
like
means.
My Little Pony. It's brony instead of pony.
But what does the brony mean?
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you right now. There's a definition.
Once I looked at it and seen what it is, the name didn't matter no more to me because I'm like, well, look what it is. Look what they're doing.
This is the definition. A man who is a fan of the My Little Pony television program and a range of the toys.
These niggas be having conventions.
But what do we do with it? What are we saying?
Hey.
I'm not saying nothing.
We're just talking about
because I know this is
This is just absurd shit. This is absurd shit.
I'll tell you about some.
Oh my God! Have you looked at some of these guys?
What are you implying? What are you implying?
I ain't gotta imply. I know what it is.
We already know what they look like. What do they look like?
I'm not implying anything. I just know what I know.
You knew what they looked like. You knew what they looked like.
I knew what they didn't look like.
Okay.
You know, I know what they didn't look like too.
Oh,
come on.
I knew what they were not
like.
into.
Oh, well, I ain't never seen that. I've looked for normal people.
There are no normal people that are brony.
They're not normal if that's what they do.
I'm talking about people dressed up as people.
How do you say that out loud? Hey, I'm a brony. Are you a brony too? How do you tell somebody that?
They probably have like a My Little Pony tattoo.
People dressed up as people.
That's what I'm thinking.
Come on.
She did just have one and it just had the rainbow hair.
I know that was craziness. I don't know what was that. That was.
What about this guy?
We can't call him a guy.
I'm not
We can't call him a guy.
I refuse.
We have to say
Nope.
a they.
Right, they. What about they?
Hey, look, it's just some absurd shit in this world. So now you've seen some absurd shit. You know
I was
that was your
a
absurdity
victim
for the day.
of absurd today. It was really weird. I was at the gas station pumping gas, and this guy, he was real creepy, and I got like leery of him, and he said, your feet. So I was like, what? I had flip flops on, and he said, can I touch your feet?
Oh, hell
at
no.
the gas pump. So yeah,
no.
Yeah. Your feet.
No.
Can I touch your feet?
I don't even know what to say.
That's what I'm talking about.
What would you say? What did you say?
What would you say? What did I
say?
say? I said no. I said, what was I supposed to
too.
Thank you.
I'll say, fill my Beretta.
My Beretta would be better. That's what I should have said.
You're trying to get shot.
Yeah.
Right.
Got it.
I thought he was gonna rob me at first.
Right.
Because he was doing some crazy stuff, like walking back and
that's
forth.
wild.
Yeah.
And then he was standing right by the pump. I'm leaning in my car. It was so when he said your feet, I never looked down because I thought it was a robbery.
He was gonna be like, get your ass.
I never looked
You never even thought that was coming.
Right. Yeah, I said no.
No,
Keeping my eye on you.
I'm not looking at my feet.
It would have been. I would have been done pumping gas. I would have had to get
Right,
off.
that's it.
Like people maybe.
I wouldn't even have took the pump out.
For real, like we having a whole.
So you just getting on?
Just getting
got
on.
to.
Out of there.
As high as gas is, I'm not leaving. Hey, drop.
It would have been that's okay. I'll get gas tomorrow. Like,
right.
I get, you know what? Because I do so much now by myself, and we all know little. I just, when things don't feel right, I'm the first one to be like, it's time to go. Like, it's just.
No, I mean, yes, but as high as gas is, I wasn't leaving a drop, and I'm from
it.
Yeah, you know,
I'm gonna look hard as hell.
I wasn't even looking. I was so thrown.
that would have been creepy to me too. Like
that would have definitely thrown me off.
Yeah.
Of course, it would have threw you
for sure.
Yeah, of course, threw.
Nigga, what?
But yeah. But guys say strange things so
all the time on a regular, right?
I could imagine some of the crazy shit.
Well, there it is. I gave you the crate. One of the craziest things you ever heard. It's a true story.
And I believe you, but people, they creep me out anyway at the gas station. So I already be like, all right. And I will be like, I know gas is high, but
if it was $2.79, I would have drove off. But
right,
it's not.
I would have drove out. No, I mean, I
Not
might
a
not
game
have
right
left
now.
it on the ground now that it's so high, but it would have been like, oh, I didn't got enough for today.
Yes.
Let me get going.
I just seen a
'cause-
young cat just yank the pump off. You know, the whole little hose.
Yeah.
Looking at that, they like, dummy.
You big dummy.
Yeah,
Dummy.
see, I can't. Yeah, now you done added more onto the gas price.
Mm-hmm.
Driving off with that.
Yank the whole hose off. Nah, he just took that shit off and bumped out.
Yeah, brony is a different. We got weird people walking around.
Ask her to
Every
touch your
day.
feet.
all day.
He's a brony.
Right. I'm
Definitely.
sure. He has to be.
Wow.
I can't.
You can't.
Something for your day.
Right.
Y'all watch out for him now. He out there off Crenshaw.
I'll be
Hey,
always
I'm
on
on
the look, and I
Crenshaw.
keep my keys like between my fingers, so it's like if you get too close,
You know, I got my new little
just-
weapon on my keys.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
we-
ready. I'm like, try something.
I used to keep my taser charged.
We should do a video on those and show them.
Yeah,
them
we
off.
should do one. They're
And show
cool.
what?
The little knuckle thing. Is that
Yeah.
what you got?
It's on my keychain though. It's so it's connected. I think it was some that weren't like connected, right?
I'm gonna talk to her. See.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to her.
It's like a knuckle thing, so you know.
Yeah.
She
They
looks-
don't
I
look at
definitely
it.
know the weapons. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
What she got.
It's like a little.
where
It's like
it
a
be
little.
blended.
It's like a little weapon that you can.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, definitely in LA. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I was
it got into the
leaning in
courthouse and
car like,
everything.
Okay.
Women need that kind of be able to have that kind of protection.
Oh,
yeah.
Around.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
And it doesn't
bronies.
look like anything.
The bronies
I was
on the
about to
loose.
say it's because
Right.
that trauma again. Like you
Right.
just,
LA, do you see how I was just traumatized, you guys?
Right.
just
For nothing.
I'm telling y'all, I think LA people just move different. Like when I lived out there, people would be
100%.
like,
we move
you
different.
could tell you're not from here. We could, oh, you're from, we could tell you're
Always.
from LA. And it's like, how? But then I started to peep, like, because y'all just move so
Right.
different. Like being out there, I watch people run to the situation. Well, I would already be at my car. Like,
Be
you
like,
could
"Oh, I'm
tell me
out."
what happened because I don't need them problems.
You like, I got good instincts.
Right.
My
like,
instincts
no,
tell me to leave right now.
ain't my thing.
Y'all don't know when people about to start shooting. Y'all
Right.
really don't
That
know
is
when the
always
shooting
Right.
my
starts.
thought process.
Right.
Y'all
I don't care
understand
why
when the
you're
shooting
running.
starts.
I'm running too.
Me
Every
too.
time.
I don't care why
Right.
you're running.
Yeah.
I'm running too.
Definitely.
You definitely got to know when the
Yo,
shooting's starting.
Can
No,
I tell
for
you,
sure. If
since
I
we
start
don't
seeing
have-
people move fast, I'm like, what's going
right.
on?
And since Barb ain't here, I could be the story person. Do y'all know this just happened 2 days ago and I'm with first graders, right? So I'm sitting in there and I'm real, cautious. I'm sitting behind my desk. And I guess like a mosquito had flew in and one of the girls jumped, so the other kids jumped. My ass was already from behind that desk, like, wait, what happened? Get out the room. They're like, it's a mosquito. I said, don't you ever do that again. Like, a mosquito is what y'all made that move for? Like, you can't do that with me. Because I'm like,
Because I am.
I mean,
trained
all
in
the
these
kids be
elements.
outside. Right.
TTG.
Right.
Train to go.
Train to go.
We train
LA
to go.
streets, sheesh.
Man.
But you can
Everything.
survive anywhere. If you made it here,
Yep.
you can go
How
anywhere.
to
Anywhere.
survive in South Central?
Right.
Real ass shit.
It was.
A place where busting a cab.
It's
It's
fundamental.
fundamental.
Man.
Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Hey, forever.
Forever.
Get down.
Yes.
My grandma know how to get down. She probably taught me.
She taught me how to
She
get
had
down
to
for
ask
On the
sure.
first of the year,
Yes.
I'm guaranteed she taught me how to
yes.
get down.
No, legit.
New Year's Eve,
Yes.
get down.
And don't
Yes.
ask no
No.
question.
Right.
We crawling through for the whole until
The whole night.
1 o'clock in
Right.
the morning. We crawling.
No games. No games. You don't know what it might be. We don't know what's
Right.
gonna happen. What's gonna drop through the roof, baby.
Because my mama didn't drop me off because she going out. So I gotta.
So
You be like, what about mom? Yeah, she getting down.
So grandma-
She's definitely getting
grandma's
down.
having to turn down
Yes.
New Year's.
Right.
Prayer
right.
and getting on the floor.
Right.
That's what we doing.
Oh yeah, nice turn down. New
I've had a
Year's.
few church
Yeah.
New Year's Eves
Like over
over the years.
Yes. I
I
definitely
I
had them.
haven't.
I have. But when I started doing my church in Atlanta, because it's so big, they would have multiple services. And because I still get the fear of the gunshots, I would go like to the 6 o'clock service so that I'm good and in the house by the time changed. I'm like, people out drunk, all that.
Mhm.
Nope, let me be in my house, turned down, as you would say. I have my drink.
So you don't enjoy New Year's Eve?
Out with people?
No.
No.
Hell no.
What? Come
Not
on.
unless if my cousin does
She-
something.
hey.
Yes,
I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
go to her
It's
house,
fun.
but
It's one of
no.
my favorite holidays.
Mine
I think
too.
probably my favorite.
You don't want no
holiday.
trauma?
And that's what I'm saying. I've seen too much happen during those times that I'd be like,
She trying to stay trauma free.
She like,
if my cousin throws something, I'll go because I know she got extra rooms and I ain't gonna make no
Right.
move. But
I got you.
I'm in the house or
I like to
nowhere.
figure out how I got home in the morning and
like, hey,
Nope.
we were partying and then
Right. I woke up in my bed.
Trauma. Straight up.
you said,
Right. Toxic
Yeah,
as
nope.
hell.
Yeah, very toxic.
I can't find my shoes.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the fun part of LA. You can church or you can
Yeah.
get lit,
No, for
turn.
real.
You know, we got everything in LA. Whatever
Yeah.
you want to do. You can eat tacos.
Right.
Or
All
Brea.
night.
You can
Yeah.
do it all for New Year's. It's
A
fun.
couple of times
Yeah,
I did
fuck yeah.
both. And my granny would be like, you didn't go to church? I'm like, I went to church. Then I went out. She would be like, how you do? I'm like, you only said I had to
See, I
go to
got
church. You
blessed
didn't
first.
say I couldn't
Right.
go out after.
I got blessed first.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
I was gonna have a sanctified night.
Right.
Yeah.
It went down.
Man.
Hey, New Year's is like, yeah, that's one of my favorite holidays.
It's fine.
It's coming up fast.
It's almost here.
Because this year is flying.
It is.
Woo, it is prom time. Like I'm saying,
No,
kids,
for real. That's the part
getting ready for
that
prom.
makes me know.
Shout
that
out
it's
to
like
my
the
little
end of the
cousin who
year.
went tonight. Her little champagne
Aw.
party.
Yay, my
I didn't
son's
get to
going
see.
to prom.
Really? This year too?
Aw.
Yeah, well, he graduated, but he has someone that's in
That
high
is
school.
taking
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
missed
yeah.
the prom, so
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he getting to
Aw,
run
my
it
daughter
back.
did
Yeah.
too.
Oh, that's
she didn't
cool.
get to do anything.
Yeah, it was-
That's
Yeah.
cool. Kids did miss out on a few
Yeah.
things during
yeah.
COVID.
See, I'm
Right.
telling you, it was terrible.
Yeah.
My little
Yeah.
London, she was able to go. I didn't get to see her off
Yeah.
because
Oh,
I was trying to. She wasn't. She on CP time. I'm looking at the time. She probably still ain't dressed. And she was supposed to
Oh.
already left the house. Like,
Oh yeah, they like to,
no.
they like to show up, show up.
Right.
They like everybody here.
Right.
You know, like.
And go.
Here I go.
Right.
Yeah.
But I did forget about that. Like the fact that a lot of kids did not get to.
no.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, my little play sister, we were shopping for her prom when everything.
Yeah,
got
we were
shut
shopping.
shopping.
down.
Yeah, we were shopping for my daughter.
Yeah, my
too.
children were my children were in the 11th grade, so they
Okay.
yeah. So
My daughter was a senior that
first
year,
started,
so
yeah.
no graduation, no prom.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they graduated last year, so they did get a graduation, but no prom.
We had a drive through, so it was just
Oh.
one student at a time, and they let you come and take a little picture, and then you
It's
drive
such
Did
off.
they let her
Shenanigans.
run it
Yeah.
back though? I know
It's
some of the
such
schools did
shenanigans.
do that.
They didn't.
Oh, see,
She went to private
There
school,
were some
so-
schools that they let the and they're even doing it with a
It
lot of
would've been a
colleges.
fee.
too,
they should have
letting them
just
come
did
back.
a graduation. I mean, now
Yeah.
that hindsight is come on.
Like,
we
why
should've-
couldn't they just do it outside? That's what I
Yes.
kept thinking. Like,
But
most of
aren't
graduations
graduations
are
are outside?
right?
See,
Like,
it was.
I
it was,
didn't understand that part
the
myself,
game.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they just at that point they wasn't opening stuff back
Right.
up like
It was-
that.
Right.
And it depends on
Oh,
the size of the school, because remember then there was the shutdown thing where you couldn't
Right.
have events of
Mhm.
like that.
Meanwhile,
size.
we had several parties. Like, we had
That's what I'm
parties.
saying. Come on now.
Yeah, we had parties for her graduation. We had a dinner party.
Definitely did.
Like,
I did
Yeah,
a tour
you were there.
of the United. I mean, I went on trips, me and my children. So yeah, we
yeah.
to wherever was open, we
Mhm.
went and hung out. So hey,
Yep.
Yeah.
they missed it, but he's gonna run it back.
Right.
Yeah, they should have let them redo it, because there are a lot of people I know walking now. Like the schools let
Mhm.
them come back and walk with the current class, so they got that experience and stuff. I mean, I can see why you may not have wanted to come back, but I mean, at least they
mean-
should have extended the opportunity.
They should have, but they would have charged a fee. She was a private school. They would have been like,
Oh
this is another
yeah,
month of tuition.
your baby's
Oh
bougie.
no, they should have done it. No, I'm saying like if she already paid her graduation fees and stuff,
Right.
like it should have transferred on
Yeah.
over. Y'all didn't use it.
But wait a
so-
minute, the price for prom is $230 per ticket.
Shit, I'm old because prom tickets.
I think
Yeah.
prom was $100 when I
The
went.
problem
Yes.
is not
I'll say
like
that
fun
either.
like
It
that.
probably
to be
was.
like,
Was it 100?
I feel like it was $100.
I think it was $230 per person.
Shit,
that's why
not
they
I.
that's why they dressing up with guns and shit.
Right.
Yes, guns.
What?
$230.
Trigger.
Right.
First of all, I was more bothered by this new trend of letting people stand on your dress than I was that. Because I was like, dude, you go through all that to find this nice ass dress and you let motherfuckers stand on it to take a
I
picture.
was like,
And that's
why
the
is my
trend.
guy just have on like purple jeans and a shirt?
That's the trend now, though. Like when the girls put their trains out, that wasn't the first person I saw like that.
No,
You
I'm just meant
purposely
like his
stand
outfit
there.
was trash, is what I'm
What?
saying.
Okay, so can we go there? I'm not calling anybody specifically out, but
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying his
guys
outfit was
nowadays
trash.
for this younger generation, they don't dress for prom the way
I've seen
we
niggas.
dress for prom.
I've seen niggas in suits.
No,
for
I'm
prom.
saying like now
Even though
you
they
can't tell
fucking
going to
wild,
prom.
even though they outlandish. I mean, you know,
Yeah, outlandish.
our shit was
suits.
outlandish for our time.
Yeah, for sure.
Their shit is outlandish for their
No,
time.
I'm saying
not
what I'm
tripping off
seeing this year, like okay, when you look at a girl, right? You're like, oh, she going somewhere, right?
Right.
Seeing dudes this is their prom, where they look like, okay, we just hitting them all, like, and
That's what I'm saying.
they-
I'm talking about the cats that still wearing suits at
Yeah.
least, though. I
yeah,
get
a lot of them are not.
get where you're
now.
coming
And
from.
I was like, fuck, to $230 for a ticket. I'm gonna need
Listen, my
son to
daughter
dress
cannot
up.
bring a date home and he's dressed like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
they're
like,
dressing like that.
do
now.
not you take your pictures by yourself.
Are they
You
just
can go
trying?
together.
Are they just
but
trying to get
do
off
not
like?
put him in
Are
any
they
of
just
these
trying to get off
pictures
like
that
real
I pay
expensive
for.
shit? You know what I'm saying? Like when they doing shit like that,
Damn,
they
they
just trying to
just
get
think
off
that's the
having
style.
like.
What, like
I feel that. I
purple
get what you're saying.
jeans or some
I'm just
shit,
saying, trying
or-
to get off like like that
Yeah.
real expensive
maybe,
shit
Maybe. I don't know.
with the
I
fit.
can't
You know what I'm saying?
tell.
Trying to get the fit off as far as like what I'm saying,
It's
what they got
possible.
on versus the having the suit and looking
Even if you
classy
don't look
or-
expensive,
Even looking fucking
I
ridiculous.
swear,
Their
it
look
looked like you
expensive
just
is
went
different,
outside.
you know?
Well, I have the boys, so yeah, I can kind of relate, but it's not to that point because we're not gonna allow the
Right.
the fuckery. I just don't. Even the little tight pants that were like kind of capri pants and.
And
Are you serious?
Yeah, that
Right.
wasn't a good look. So
It wasn't.
we
Right.
just had to deal with that. Where even my children were like, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing it,"
Yeah.
because they felt a certain type of way. So I don't know. We've gotten so far gone on fashion and letting kids be kids and all this other crazy stuff. Standing on trains and
Yeah, none of
it's
that.
gotten wild.
No.
I'm
I
not.
wish a nigga would stand on the train of my
Yeah.
dress out and
Yeah.
spit all that money on it.
No.
on
No,
the
you're not
ground.
wearing
Yeah,
capris.
that shit was
You're
wild.
not. No.
No.
You're wearing. Wear some nice. I mean, they can go down to the shoes.
Yeah. They
because
can
now.
be slim fit.
Yes,
Like, I'm
yes.
okay with that.
Yeah,
but
you can't be too big with the slim fit,
Right.
Because they're
Yeah.
taking it too far,
Right.
So yeah, I don't know.
right.
They don't listen to women anymore because we don't want to see that.
I don't, yeah.
We don't want to see that. We don't want to see tight pants.
No.
No.
And you
And
have
I
a
like
muffin
they're
socks,
flooding.
me personally.
Yeah, we
Huh?
don't want.
I like socks. The thing of dudes with no socks, it turns me off because I just feel like when you take
Do
your
you have
shoe
socks
off.
on?
Yeah, he
I
got
have
the
socks.
low cut.
Okay.
And that's fine. But I'm saying, I just feel like when you wear no socks, like how dudes be wearing them
Like
and
it's,
you be all.
it's
I
like,
feel like it's.
they be wearing it with shoes you should wear socks with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're
But I
saying.
feel
It's
like
Maybe
they
they have
gonna
on
be
those
good when you take
footsie
'em off.
ones.
It's like you're not
footsies.
doing
The
that right.
toesy ones. You know?
Not the, yeah.
People kind of
Maybe they have on those
take
toesy
the
ones.
people kind of take the trends just do it though, and they don't necessarily do it right. Like some shit ain't for everybody.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily get to do that one.
Let's
You
keep
gotta-
it masculine.
You got to take that one off.
Let's keep it masculine.
Stay
If
masculine.
you don't wear the kind of shoes that you can do that kind of shit with, don't do that kind of shit.
Exactly.
Right, wear your shoes.
Right.
The
And
shoes
like
that
you said,
you-
With some
stay
socks.
masculine.
Yeah.
Like who did Tashina Arnold? She said, "What can we do? We can just tell them to stay masculine.
Right.
That's how we can not emasculate men. Let's have.
Oh, I
them-
saw that thread.
yeah. Let's just stay.
I
masculine.
actually saw that thread when
Yeah.
when
And
she
people went
posted
in.
it. They were
No
going
reason.
crazy.
See,
People, it's just like battle of the sexes and everything. Like,
Yeah.
don't tell us what we should be doing. Don't tell us what we should say and what we
Yeah.
can't say. What you don't.
well, I'm
Why
on
can't we
her
celebrate
side.
masculinity?
Yeah, I'm on her side. Let's be masculine, man.
Yeah.
I'm on her side.
Nah, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
What, let's not
Then they
run
get
away.
mad. They be like, no, it's been too long.
Yeah, I don't know what that argument would be. Let's not let them be masculine because who's gonna
Right.
take out the trash?
I think the only
Who's
part
gonna
of that-
take out the fucking trash?
Who's gonna take out
That's
the
what I
trash?
want to
Who's
know.
gonna take out the trash?
The only thing I saw was,
Who's
I
gonna
think it was
slay
the interpretation some people
Right.
had on that.
Who's gonna serve that vitamin D?
Who gonna do it?
Who gonna do it?
Who gonna do it?
Come on
Who
now.
gonna do it?
Come on now. Like what we saying?
Who gonna do it? Who gonna do it?
Right.
We're not gonna do the they, them, and her, he, she.
No.
Which
we.
again is crazy because, you know, with parents wilding out behind all that stuff, imagine what it's like now having to teach kids pronouns. Pronouns are actually a part of the English language, right? So you go, there's nouns, there's
Right.
adjectives, and here it was, we got to this thing with the pronouns and it had the definition.
He, him.
And
I
was
know
like,
you weren't in there
shit.
teaching
Right.
first graders pronouns.
We have to. It's
No,
part
you
of
not.
it. Yes, you do. It's
So-
called a tricky word. No,
You
I'm
know.
serious.
No.
Not tricky in the sense that you're saying. What I'm
You
saying
better
is
not.
when you're teaching
You
the
better
sounds
not.
of words, when you put consonants with certain vowels, they make different sounds. And so when you get there, just like we have to teach nouns and verbs,
Pronouns are always
pronouns
part
But
of
is
it.
pronouns.
I'm not saying don't teach them pronoun. I mean, like as in
Oh,
reference
no,
to
so that's what I'm
gay
saying.
and stuff.
No,
oh, okay.
no,
I
no,
thought,
no. We
okay.
were actually
yes,
doing
we want to
the
know
English
he and her
language,
and they and
But
them.
I'm saying
Yes.
the problem was that
He,
when you
him.
get it, they
He,
ask
him.
you
He,
for
him.
She, her.
But that's what I'm saying. When
We,
they do
they.
it, like any
Right.
other word, you give them the definition, right? So I'm looking and I'm like, fuck, why I feel like just by teaching English, I'm about to step my ass in some shit that I don't want to be in.
It's all,
Please
it's
don't,
all
because
got-
I'm coming
it's
up
all
to the
gotten too
school.
tricky.
I'm coming up there.
But no, but I'm saying you wouldn't though, because the definition said if you use the word her, it's referring to a girl.
Yes.
So all I was sitting there going was, fuck, if I say this, somebody mama go be like the. And so I kind of
What?
really no.
Why are we
that's
worried
how
about that in the
parents
first
are.
grade?
Parents are like that now.
I mean,
no, they're not.
Yes, they are.
So you telling
Girl.
me that you were saying you teach at a
Because you have to remember, if that kid does not identify that as such, that creates a problem. So the way I taught it,
In the first grade?
Hey, look.
let me
No.
tell you,
look.
yes.
No.
Do you,
And look, as
So
the
you're
parents,
talking about
And
W's.
look, what you gotta
It's
understand, as the
W's, 'cause it
parents-
it
ain't
ain't
no black
just
people.
some
as the
W's.
parents
There's
get
some black
younger,
people too.
No.
as the parents get younger,
The stupider
the
they
theories
get.
Get
are
younger.
get closer to where they're at, and so they're closer and more connected to that. See, you know, your children are a little further along, right?
No, I have a 5-year-old.
Oh well, then you just
So
ain't.
that's why
And that
I'm-
teacher's probably gonna be doing what I did, where I
You
was
just-
just like,
you're just
E is
not in
spelled
that
H-E,
thought
and the
process,
tricky
but
part
it's
is the way the
definitely
E sounds.
changing.
Right.
I'm gonna move my kids. I won't accept that as a, you know, we can't go. Okay, so yeah, who's gonna slang the dick? I want to know, because it's gotta. We can't.
I
go,
need that vitamin D.
We have to. If you can't allow parents not to be
We will.
involved.
That's what
I'm
do
not
it.
going to allow my kid. If you're teaching extracurricular stuff, pull my baby up out of there.
I just told
Come
y'all
on,
how
baby.
I taught it.
Just
She is spelled S-H-E. The E next to the H makes a different sound. You'll find out what you consider.
So
the
are they
definition
sending
from
things
someone
home?
other than me.
Whoa,
They send things home.
that's how you had. That's how you had to
come on
teach it.
now.
Yes, I just taught the sound and why it's tricky. I never told them what the definition
So it's like
was.
you couldn't associate it to a gender.
A
essentially.
woman.
No, you cannot. I'm telling y'all.
Who told you couldn't?
Dude, have you seen the way these parents have been
No.
wilding?
I'm talking
See,
about was
here's
the
thing.
curriculum don't.
No, the curriculum had the definition, but here's the problem.
Okay, then
You're
so
looking
teach
at the school that I'm
curriculum.
at, but you're not looking at the district I'm in. And like that creates a whole nother problem and discussion. These
And let's be
kids-
real about the district you're in. They're pulling kids out left and right. My kids are not in LAUSD. No.
I promise you, them parents go up there and they cut fools about shit that we're just literally reading in a book and going, this is the definition because that's what's in Webster. Like,
Right.
because now they're saying that's not the definition. So instead of me getting into it with people, it's spelled H-E-R.
You just-
This is
you
what
just
makes
say,
it
I'm
You're
gonna
getting
just
into
for-
it with me. I'm
you
coming
just
up there.
You just say, I'm
you're
gonna
getting into it.
just forego the argument
I'm
with
going-
the
right.
parents.
And it's a pronoun.
I'm
That's
arguing.
it. It's a pronoun the same way run is a verb. That's how I teach. Like,
Oh,
I don't get into controversial
But you
stuff.
seem like you've accepted the he, her, she, they.
No, what I've
what she's
accepted is
saying
that I'm
is
going to
that-
keep my job.
What she's saying is she's not in there fighting for the cause with some kids that don't even understand it with their
So
parents.
teach them what a woman is.
No, sir. No, ma'am. You cannot do that. You cannot do that as a teacher. I promise you.
I'm saying,
cannot-
not
there's no-
teach them what a woman is. Say she is whatever you have to. You don't
you
correlate
can
that.
still use it in a sentence, but you've never really said what she is. They just know she is a pronoun that you use in a sentence
She just
instead
said
of
she's
using
not
a
trying
name
to battle with them parents.
at all.
She will be battling with me
It's
because
the same way with now with how I just said when we were younger, how we saw current events. You don't see
she's not
current
going to
events in
talk
the
about
schools.
it, so it's not going to come up. Another teacher that taught it in another way.
It could create a
It
whole
would
nother
create an
problem.
issue.
we have gone so far off. I don't know where we
It's
are.
the
But I
same,
mean,
I guess
That's
I'm
true.
conservative
does that mean
now.
that
I
you're
agree with
not
that.
following the curriculum? I mean,
I say within the kids will still know that that a pronoun is different from a noun. Like that's about all I really need you to know in the first grade. I'm not getting into that because
That
it's
is
the same
correct.
way.
No, that is correct. We don't want to get into.
Right.
I'm with you with that. I'm correct with that, but I don't want us to be. I mean, I don't want my kid to be taught that she could be anybody, a man or a woman.
right.
Right for the
No, I
first
get
grade,
that
if they
too.
in my
You know
class,
what I
they just
mean?
know it's a word.
But she said she's not even telling them that. She's
I
just
got it.
staying away from
Because
it.
it's
Yeah.
the same, like I said before. We could.
She said she's not even saying that. She's just staying away from the whole shit. Like,
Right.
So you ain't got to worry about it. Because it
Because-
wasn't until I was teaching and working in the high school where they were doing, the presidential debates and all that stuff. And that used to be shit. I remember being in school when that was on. That's what you talked about in history. They literally told us, you cannot watch the inaugural speech. You can't do this because if you did not have the parents' consent, and if parents weren't giving consent, you could not pull the kid out the room because then this parent could say you treat their kid differently. Like it's to the point. A lot of shit that we had in school, they do not have, and that's why our kids come out being like slow. If you ask me, they
You're
don't know
right.
shit about what's going on unless their
You're
parents
right.
tell them.
I mean, as the years have progressed with my kids, I have them 19 to 5. Talk about what they're not teaching now from what my 19-year-old. My 19-year-old kids were making missions.
Yeah.
What's the thing called? You know what I mean?
dioramas and
all
all that
kind of
shit.
things. They were
Yeah.
making what's the
Projects.
solar system,
Yeah.
science
Science
projects.
projects,
To
yeah.
what my 5-year-old is doing, nothing. They aren't making a project. So yeah, it has gone all the way down.
Well, some of that is with this theory that, because other countries may be further advanced, they've taken, and I'm with you 110% because I only got first, right? So, like, for instance, I remember being in first grade and, for math, it was like, you got pictures and shit to, everything was so like, now it's so bland. I was like, this is why these kids ain't picking up on it. So, like, I literally go out my way. So, like, when I was teaching them addition, in the book, it would just tell you, well, if there's 5 cinnamon rolls here and Johnny ate 3, how many cinnamon rolls? There's no picture. There's nothing for them to count. They're just supposed to know. So I literally do whole presentations where you looking at cinnamon rolls and my kids get so off. Well, is that a cinnamon roll from this place or is it from this place? I'm like, it doesn't matter. Count. Like, that's
Yeah,
what we
like
do.
my teacher
That's
was
the ADHD part.
right. Like when we were in school, my teacher would bring candy. Like, here, you guys
Yeah.
have M&M, Skittles. We're gonna
Yeah, they would
5
get
minus,
cookies and all kind of
3
little, yeah.
with
I
all
do that.
kind of things. Bringing. But I've watched the decline. My 14-year-old is not learning what I feel like my 19-year-olds were learning.
Yeah.
My 5-year-old definitely is not learning what my 19-year-olds were learning because they do need that. On it, they do need the solar system and a mission.
Right.
We do need to know what happened to the Native Americans and stuff like that.
And that's actually some of the complaints I really rather parents make than some of the complaints that I hear them make, because I'm like, the complaints they make is, or should I say the loud parents make, is why you see the change in the curriculum based on between your 19-year-old and even
but
your
I'm not one of those
14-year-old.
parents. I have high achieving children, and I'm always on campus, and I do complain. So
Right,
yeah,
no, but you see the
that's what
complaints
I
that you're
say.
making, though.
Yeah.
You're making
Well,
complaints about the curriculum
that's what
not
I'm
being.
complaining about. Yes.
Right.
And then you should. I'm saying some of
Yeah.
the complaints I hear from parents, I'd be like, the complaints that I be hearing, I be sitting there like, is that really what we talking about today? Oh,
I was
okay.
when my kids were in school. It's been a long time though, but I was always there. The teachers knew me. The principals knew me.
Yeah.
I always was there to participate or whatever. I would take off from work, whatever they needed, because I wanted them to know that these kids are cared about.
Mm-hmm.
So
And believe me, it helps. Even if when they're grading your kids, it helps that they know that you're
Yeah.
on campus.
yeah,
They won't just.
they would be. My son was bad, but he was smart.
I
you know what I
he's
mean?
Wrong for this.
But they knew to call. They would be like, I'm gonna call your mom.
Rub it on it?
And it worked.
Girl,
some of them kids you go call their mom don't work no more. I'll be in
Right.
class sometimes and be like, is that what we're doing today? Do I need to call your mama? Well, I mean, if you want to call her,
if you threaten
okay,
them with
let
that,
me go
they
ahead
knew.
and let her know this is how we behaving today. Like, what? But I mean, like, I don't mind. Like I said, I'd rather it be those type of complaints than the complaints that I hear sometimes where I just be like, of all the things that's going wrong at this school, that's what you go put your fix? Okay. All right. You mad because the gate closes at a certain time. Your kid is 20 minutes late and you mad because you had to go down the hill for them to come in. That's what you want to yell about. And we need to.
That's what you should be happy about. That's
Right.
security, right?
Right. No, for them, it's like, no, but you should have somebody at this.
For them, it's inconvenience.
Like, exactly.
That is
But for the
security.
kids, it's
so
security.
now your kid is secure
Right.
when he's on time
Right.
Mm-hmm.
in the gate.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather them complain the same complaint that I make. Like, I think the curriculum that you're forcing us to do now is dry and the kids aren't going to learn that way. Like, everything didn't have to change.
Right.
That's the argument I'm with. That
Yeah.
you got to go down the hill. My only other thing I can tell you is get your kid to school on time.
My
Like,
great grandmother was born in 1911, right? She died in 2015. She lived 104 years. My son that is 14 asked me if she was a slave. So that's telling me that he's not getting
because you
any-
can't really teach
Yeah,
them
and I
as
had to,
well.
of course, I had to bust it down for him and give him a lesson, which is okay with
Right.
me. That's what I
Right.
should do as a
Right.
parent.
Right.
But I'm just saying, how come he doesn't even know that slavery ended in 1865?
Right.
And he, because, yes, we know the
They can't
because.
teach it.
Right.
We know the because, but I'm just saying that I learned through school. My mom didn't, I'm sure, didn't tell me, hey, baby girl, slavery
Right.
ended in 1865.
I
learned in
definitely
school.
learned in school.
Yeah, but my son doesn't know that. He's like, wait a minute, she was born in 1911, so she wasn't a slave. No, but she was picking cotton because those things were going on
Right.
Yeah, she was about a generation or two out.
Yeah, she
Right.
was a sharecropper's child,
Right.
so she was. But he doesn't even know that, So that's where I'm saying that they've dropped so far down the education. I don't even think he knows all
Right.
of the presidents or whatever is going on. You
Oh,
know.
no.
But
Yeah.
I do
And
complain.
they're trying to, like I say, remove it
Yeah.
just completely.
Let's just stop. Like, we can't put a face on the parents that do complain because there are a lot of Black kids that are high achieving and parents are involved because
For
I
sure.
compete
My
with all
parents
those
were.
parents. You know what I'm saying? When I go on the campus and I see your kid has got honor roll, so does mine. Yeah, we going back and forth, back and forth
Right.
until they graduate.
Yes.
So let's,
But notice you said honor roll. Where
Yeah.
I see the most parents at be the kids that is just like, so when I'm reaching out to you,
Yeah.
you have nothing to say. We at the end of the semester,
Mhm.
and
Now
now
you
you
wanna
want to
say
be up
something.
here. Man, I only got 30 more days left of the
what
school
I'm
year.
saying is there are,
bruh.
you might not encounter them, but there are lots
No,
of
I
parents.
definitely believe it.
Yeah.
I definitely, because even
sure.
today I
I
saw
can-
some parents who volunteered, who was up there with me
Yes.
doing it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, you as a parent, the
Mhm.
argument you're making,
Yeah.
I wish more parents were more vocal
Yeah.
about those
Okay,
type of
yes.
complaints
Yeah.
than the ones where I'm just like,
Yeah.
But
what
I
does that have
feel
to do
like
with your kids'
the
education?
parents that or the kids that have those parents that are there are the higher achievers. They're not
They
going to be the
typically
ones
are.
that are
Mhm.
not doing well
The
throughout
ones-
the whole
ones that-
year.
That's
That's not going to
exactly correct.
happen.
And
Like,
the ones
I
that you're
wanna
having the
see-
conflicts ones are the ones that are not on that level, and they're
No.
thinking little
Mhm.
menial,
Yeah.
stupid little
Yeah.
arguments and getting
Mhm.
into arguments with the teacher over discipline.
But
and-
don't get me wrong. No, we do because we have to. My sons play sports. They play football. One of them broke their arm during the season and they gave him a low grade. And I had to go up there and complain, like, wait a minute, my baby put his body on the line for your school. You need to, adjust the grade because he can't write. He has a broken arm. So there are, times where you do have to be, but you have to 100% always be behind your kid and push them. Push them. And then when your teacher,
parenting is key.
yeah, when the teacher sees that you don't play about your kids' grades and you're involved, not don't play, but just involved, they'll
you're
give
involved,
special care to
They
kids. Okay,
do.
like, oh yeah,
Absolutely.
I saw your mama,
Right.
Lily.
Mhm.
She crazy. She up here every day.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I have
Yeah.
a cinnamon roll, and this has been Deez Ninjas on School.
All right.
I ate the whole thing.
I'm
Before we leave school, though, I have a commendation, not even commendation, just like a big up.
Oh,
We want to big up Morris Brown.
hey.
So you went to Morris Brown?
No, because Morris Brown had already lost their accreditation when I went to school. So I went to Clark Atlanta, but Morris Brown is one of the keys to the AUC.
Okay.
So, and my auntie went there, like, so I definitely got love for Morris.
And
What's their song?
we're shouting out Morris Brown because they have received their accreditation.
That's what you should have played. You should have played Outkast Morris Brown today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I said, what is their song?
I asked you, so
I didn't think of that.
You can't hit me that. You can't hit me with
My
that.
niece went to Morris Brown for 2 years, so I'm bigging up Morris Brown.
That's dope.
Yeah, well, after almost 20 years.
Wow,
They weren't accredited for 20 years?
That's crazy.
My niece was just there. What's up? What?
So, because what happened was, so they had lost their major accreditation, right?
Uh-huh.
And then slowly they started getting accreditations for certain programs.
Yeah.
So they were more like a junior college almost, because you could go and you could get a few things, but trust me, you could count like how many kids would be at that school.
No, she was there. She was just there.
Right. Now they got their full one. So like they could be back up like the Clarkson, the Morehouses, and the Spelman. They had, if you ask your niece, they didn't have a whole lot of kids.
No.
Because they don't have a whole lot of programs that are accredited.
I was talking to her all the time. Yeah, we will.
Now it's full.
Okay, so does she used to use those credits now or no?
Yeah. She should be able to, because those credits were accredited.
All right.
That's dope.
I'm going to tell her.
But let me tell you, them not having their accreditation didn't stop shit. Morris Brown's alums are real. They have to still have homecoming every year.
Yes, they
for
did.
the last 20 years.
Yes, they
like
did.
What? We ain't got no football game, no football team, but we in this bitch. Like,
I ain't mad at them.
Yep. And Atlanta would turn out like Morris Brown was.
You really bigging up Atlanta, but right where that is at is one of the most different looking places to ever be. It's I don't want to.
But again, being from LA, I was prepared.
No, you wasn't.
I lived comfortably.
No, that's a different kind of. No.
I knew that the dorm was the extent of where I needed to be, and anywhere else I needed to go needed to be outside.
There's
that
nowhere
circle.
in LA that looks like right there.
Because it's different.
Yeah.
It's the South. Like I've seen other places, like a lot of HBCUs look like that. If you look at their
my daughter went to an
areas.
HBCU and it was very country.
Oh, it was country.
It was very country.
Well, that's different.
It was very like, dark and deep in Texas.
Oh, where'd she go?
She went to Wiley.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so she graduated from Wiley. Yeah, she graduated from Wiley in a couple years ago. So thank you. But I was concerned. I was like, so you definitely need a car. You are not about to be riding bikes like they had on the video.
No baskets on bikes.
Right.
I wish my mama would have thought of that shit.
I went with her.
I bought mine.
I went with her and I stayed for 2 weeks. It was the longest 2 weeks of my life.
Why did you stay so long?
I don't know, because it was my first one.
She wasn't ready to leave.
She was scared.
I cried the whole way home on the plane. My daughter was like, Mom, okay, after about 3 days, she was like, don't come here in the morning anymore. I got it. I'm good.
Your daughter was turned. She was like,
They was having parties and stuff.
She's
I
like,
was
go home.
Should I come to the party?
Oh, yeah, 'cause they do that for freshmen. They
Are parents coming? Are parents coming to the party?
But she's like, go home.
I'm a cool mom. I'm one of the cool moms.
Right.
I'm a young hip
She
mom.
blends in.
And I'm at the hotel all
wanna hear that
bored.
shit.
Yeah. They did want to hear that shit.
I have boys.
You're young
I'm
and
totally
hip.
banned.
You're young and hip to you.
Life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they wanna hear
But
that
a
shit.
daughter, she probably was really embarrassed. Like my son would, act like I'm his daughter.
She wasn't so embarrassed, but she was just annoyed. Like, come on. Like, all the parents are gone, Mom. All the parents left.
It's only you.
Yeah,
See, I needed you as a mom.
I had a hotel room and I was like,
2 weeks.
yes. And then I was like, every day I was like, you want to go eat dinner?
I needed a mom like hers. When I first went off to school, my mom moved me in. They stayed in a hotel and left my ass in that dorm. And I was like, you mean I can't just go to the hotel with you? You gonna start me on this hard ass bed?
She didn't want
that's
to.
What we doing?
She was like, this is my room. Bye.
No. And then when we got ready to move,
that's where you live now.
Right.
when she got ready to leave, we walked into the elevator and I turned around. She was boo-hooing like somebody. I was like, Mom, I'm only 2 hours away and I'll be home this weekend. Like, what are you crying for? Like, but when I got ready to take my ass to Atlanta to go to school, me and Vacation Barb packed that car up. My mom stood in the driveway with her tears. She's like, I can't do it. She didn't even see Clark until I was graduating. And then she had that look like, This is where
You've been in the slums.
Right.
No, now I'm gonna say it. Okay,
no,
now that
it looked like the
now that she
slums,
said
though.
it's the slums.
Yes.
I'm not gonna. Come on now. There's
But
that
no place-
bathroom.
I don't
also
care.
knew
Wait.
when I needed to go to
It's
Walmart
the
and shit, I
slums.
went on the
I
other
don't
side.
care where you've
It's
been
the
in LA.
slums.
They
You
have
will never
updated.
find a city like Atlanta. What's it called? The West Side of Atlanta.
The houses look like they did when Martin Luther King was still
That's
alive.
how
They don't
that's how
change
her
shit.
area was.
Yeah,
They were
don't change
they were
shit.
small and spaced apart. And the bathroom, I was like, "This is the bathroom, you guys all." It's a one bathtub in here. Like it was
And
just.
they
I'm gonna say 2
shotgun
weeks.
houses.
Right. It was brick.
They're called
Really?
shotgun
I know what a
houses. Yep.
shotgun house is.
Yeah.
All where I was at school at, most of the houses were
Yeah.
shotgun houses.
See,
That's how it
she's
was.
painting. She's painting a picture. She's painting a, but the picture
Because I
is
told
it's
you,
the
I
slums.
was
I'm not.
prepared
Martin
being
Luther
prepared.
King did not die for that city
Right.
to go down like that.
But you
That's
know
not
what's
the
funny
only
about it,
city,
though? It's
though.
only in that area that you say, because when you go over the little the what is it called, like the little bridge, then you got the Coca-Cola thing and everything looks
yes,
so different when you go over
is
that bridge.
and what school is over there?
None of them.
No, it's a school. But isn't Atlanta? What school is
You
Georgia?
talking about Georgia State?
Yeah, it's not
Mm-mm,
too
it's still
far.
some further up. Yeah, they're
But
about the distance we are. We're actually closer.
But it's not too far apart, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're not too far apart. And they're worlds apart.
Right.
They're worlds. I mean, they're not too far apart, but
But they're
they're
far apart.
they're.
Yeah.
I said,
But
if
that's
my
like I
kids-
said, because where they put the schools at, that was okay then, but then the area never changed.
I
Like,
don't know why we'd be so proud to be in this, like HBCU.
Yeah,
I
man.
love
That
But we're in the
place, I
slums.
was like,
Like,
it was
I
the
love 'em.
slums. It was
might be the
abandoned
slums, but
houses.
it'd be like the best of
But
us. coming
why?
out
She
of
loved it there.
We're not. I'm not knocking the education we get from there, but why are we in the slums?
Because, you know, we can't make grandma and grandpa knock
Why?
down the house.
We're-
every
go wherever.
But we're
They
paying
still
money
go
just
in
like
there.
we're
Shotgun
paying money just
houses.
like the
It's true.
just like white
it's
people.
still
We're paying.
buildings from
Yeah.
the early 1900s.
And I'm saying, but because people
No.
own them buildings, you can't make
No.
people's grandmamas be like,
No.
I don't want
No,
this
no.
house to look like
No,
it
I'm
no
talking about
more.
there are
So that's
no.
why the other houses just look like
Because
they've been
where are we?
around
where
I'm
the
talking about
houses
the
were basically
campus.
all
slave
built.
days.
Oh, my campus wasn't bad
It's not-
looking.
No,
Not
this
slave
campus
days.
was.
No, you
It
can
was
go on
definitely
streets
slave
by
time.
by those schools, and there are 2 houses on the street. They're missing houses, and
Well, we have where
See,
it's
she's gonna
knocked
clean
down.
it
No,
up.
I was about
She
to say
gonna-
the area that we have that's completely knocked down used to actually be projects, and they took them down, and so now it's just grass.
we got.
But the houses look like grandma's house that you go to visit, and she ain't changing it. She is there, not changing about.
No, she's painting a pretty picture. Everybody
And I don't want them to move all the
use your
schools
use
because
your points to go and visit Atlanta.
yes, and you will go, and that's why everybody
be
be
scared
going to
for your life.
Morehouse, Spelman,
Here for your
Clark.
life.
I was good.
Mm-mm.
Because
Oh,
I
no,
still,
she
like I
did.
said, I'm
I
the
know
same
that's
right
your-
lived
here.
there,
I
but
know
I've
that's
been
your
in
spot.
Atlanta.
I know.
I don't
Yeah.
go. I knew at
I
night I
lived
didn't
there.
go places, just like I don't go a lot of places here at night. Like the way I lived
You-
here was how I lived there.
Okay, wait a minute. No, you don't. But y'all gotta see it. You would not go there in the day. I would not eat it
I
on a
didn't know
bike.
I didn't leave campus.
Particular area?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't go to
I didn't leave
I would not
campus.
eat green eggs and ham here,
Yeah.
there, or anywhere over
No.
there. No,
I take
Pretty
it
much
back.
stayed in the
did go for
tourist
food.
area.
yeah.
I don't know. I ain't been there.
But I lived in Riverdale,
You gotta
so
go.
Okay.
I lived in
I lived there at one point.
I lived in Riverdale. It was
I'm gonna go visit with
That's
Taz
where-
out there.
all the rappers.
When
are
I
from.
graduated, I lived in Riverdale.
Yeah, Riverdale is where I'm from. Riverdale Road.
Like
I live there.
going to school, it was great. But would I live over there? Hell no.
No.
Once school was out, I moved. Like,
We live in Riverdale.
and I
Like, hey,
still
I'm gonna
only would
wrap
go
on
during the
that.
daytime because I used to work there. But
Yeah, Riverdale. It's
But there were some schools that were way worse because I remember going on that tour, and I never forget. We stopped in Texas first, and Prairie View was the first school we went to.
That's where my
Review was
people
very
went.
close.
I don't have nothing against the school. It was the travel to the school where I'm sitting on the bus and I'm like,
What the fuck is out here? Nothing.
this looked like the movies, you know, from the 60s where people was getting taken
It
off the
definitely
buses
looked
and
like
shit. And you
that.
want me to live there?
Like we had to
hell
take
no.
a flight into Dallas
That
and
shit was
drive
in the
2
middle of
hours to
nowhere.
where her school was. There was no flights that went into there.
And you gotta go.
2
and you dropped
hours.
your baby right off.
Yeah.
That was
I
the first
did.
time I seen anybody that still had a Jerry curl and gold teeth in the early 2000s. I was like, I thought that was an 80s thing. Like, what the fuck? I was like, I ain't going to school in Texas. It's just not happening. Then we went to Alabama, and I called my mom. I said, Ma, I know you said a black school, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. Like
it's getting a little rough.
Right, it's getting hectic.
It's getting a little rough.
We went to what school? They were like, our school is his historic site because we actually are on top of the Underground Railroad. And I was like, hey, y'all thought that was a pitch sale?
Wait.
Right.
On top of it, I thought it wasn't an actual thing.
No, like they had, when people would go underneath and like one of the.
So why did they clown Portia so hard?
Because it wasn't an actual train.
She said, are we on top of it?
Right. She was saying like a train station. That's why they was clowning her.
Okay. All right.
Y'all talking reality show shit.
No,
right?
because
she was saying, why were they making fun of that if places were actually on top of it? And I was saying because it was, but she made.
Oh, I know, like I got it, I heard it.
Yeah, I was just correlating that. It was just.
But when the school said that, I was like, that's your selling point. Like, hell no, I don't want to be on top of the Underground.
No, she's not necessarily the brightest.
That probably was not a good
selling point
at all.
She's not the brightest.
But again, shout out to Morris Brown. I'm happy.
Shout out to Morris Brown.
The AUC is complete again, so I'm happy.
So is that everybody's in?
Everybody is in.
Yeah.
Everybody has their accreditation.
That's dope. More people go to black colleges.
Let's move them out.
Let's keep it going.
We are not moving them out of black areas.
Let's move them into more safer neighborhoods for affluent and black affluence.
Should be safer. I mean,
yeah, let's move them.
I'm all for black affluence.
Yes, let's stop doing our babies like that. Let's.
I am all for black affluence.
Okay,
and I want some chicken.
It looks like an old outhouse,
a dilapidated area.
Brick buildings. I mean, that were old.
Black affluence and chicken.
Yes, we need a HBCU on Stocker and Overhill or something fly like that. Yeah,
you can't really put an HBCU in California.
Why not? Right in the south. I mean, we already have USC.
HBCU means historically.
It's gonna always.
It's gonna be historically black.
It starts.
It's gonna be historically black.
In the future, it's gonna be historic.
Exactly. Yeah, we can't just think of the South.
Age.
LA has a huge black population.
You have to build. It's new. It's new history.
And technically, we do have an HBCU out here, but
what is it?
It's new history.
I'm sorry.
HBCU.
Yes.
But
and it's not in a bad, but it's not in a good.
But we are not like the NFL where you just get up and you move teams to other places.
Why not?
We can't start today.
No.
Yes, we
Why
are.
can't we?
Kanye said Black Future Month. We in the future.
Exactly where they have.
No, we're in the future.
How about a new school?
I'm not on weekend. I'm on weekend.
Yeah.
We are not moving our beloved
Crenshaw University will be so fly. I mean, come on.
And it would take hundreds of years before it became historic.
That's all right. Manchester.
Okay.
Manchester.
You have to think towards the future and in the future to be historic.
Yes. In the future. It's Black Future Month.
You heard it like no money, all money, right?
We get it.
HBCUs got their title as HBCUs for
what were they before they were HBCUs? When they first started?
Colleges that were just for black people.
Well, here we go.
To a white school. So now what would be the theory behind it? Because you can go anywhere you want to.
But the 14-year-olds don't know that. I just told you, they don't know about HBCU. So if we put one on Crenshaw, it's going to be the future and they're going to know. They don't know about what's so historic. They can go to those schools and
eventually it will be HBCU.
Yes. Future. We thinking about the future.
I think you should do it.
Bring
I don't think you'll ever be able to put it in
the rest of the United States.
Yeah, we need to have it. Black future.
Probably not me be able to put it in the thing, but like I said, as it develops its
what would be that's what I'm saying. HBCUs were created because
it could be called Tom Bradley University.
Yeah,
Black
there was Tom Bradley Elementary.
It's continuing the legacy.
Yes. She said Tom Bradley Elementary.
Extending and expanding the legacy.
Previously Dublin Elementary, now Tom Bradley.
Dublin.
You're not with expanding the legacy?
Yeah.
I know Taz is not anti-expanding the legacy of historic
It would not
black
be
colleges.
expanding the legacy is what I'm arguing.
That just
what is the legacy? The legacy is the future.
No.
We can call it Ketanji Brown University.
No. And I still would say it would not be a historically black college. It would be a college.
It would
that
become
you might have
historical.
predominantly black.
It's going to
but-
be a BCU.
It's going to be a
And then
BCU.
the
It's
H
going
is
to earn
later.
its H.
But what would it get its H for?
Being
because
old.
we're
Becoming
there so
historic.
long.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's not why black.
We gotta
I
redo
understand.
black.
The
I
history
understand.
of
Black.
Tess,
moving
that is-
black.
I don't know if you don't
colleges
know,
to
but
other
I
places.
understand that part.
That's why it's historic.
That part is clearly understood. Like I said, we're expanding upon the legacy of those that
Yes.
are already entrenched.
Yes, because look at you. You're the future. Look at
Entrenched.
you. You're the future.
They're entrenched.
You
You're
are the future.
You are the future.
And I
Correct.
still say I think we should have more predominantly black colleges and universities.
And it
that
should be
do
on
those
Crenshaw.
things
They're going
on
to
the West
start.
Coast. I'm saying
They're
I
going to
agree with
start
you.
as
Crenshaw.
just that predominantly
Yeah.
black colleges. You like that? You like that word better? All right.
Okay,
We're going to
so-
go with P.
So PDBCU,
Not P.
PBCU.
That ain't
until
B.
they turn into the H.
H.
They
You
would
could have
not
one in
an
Oakland.
H.
You could have one in
Yeah.
It'll
Oakland.
never be.
It'll be the
H.
first
One in
black
LA.
colleges in
Eventually.
California.
One in
That's gonna make it
Fresno.
historic.
That's going to be historic for California.
It's in Oakland. Instead of stepping, they just
Yes.
Yeah,
They just
they
do
pop
stuff-
their collars,
they just-
you know.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
We
going to
just-
be
they
historic.
be in line like, hey,
Yeah, hey,
Eventually, it's going to be
Hey,
historic. If
the
it's
school
like,
song will be
if
something by
it's
Mac Dre.
predominantly
Yeah.
black, right? Eventually,
It will be
like
historic.
I said, eventually it's going to take time. We're not saying in our time. We're saying later.
yeah, it will become.
Later.
Yes. We got to think outside the box now. We can't stay in the box.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could have.
How about
Nipsey.
we actually support the ones we got better?
I'm with that too.
We support
before
them.
We do.
We just talked about how I had a niece going to Morris Brown. Her
My
daughter
daughter
went to
graduated.
to
yeah.
so
You know
Wiley.
what I'm saying? I got
we
an
support-
HBCU
We
fucking
did.
graduate sitting right in front of me on the podcast.
But what about the
You do,
kids who
right.
don't want to go to the South and want to be in LA and want
And
to
wanna
have a
have the
black experience? They need a college here besides Dominguez.
Right.
They need a college for themselves. See, you got to think.
But that's what
That's
I'm
the
saying. If you do
future.
that, it will be like a Dominguez because it
No,
will not be
no,
an
'cause
HBCU.
No. Now if it's on Crenshaw,
No,
if it's
they
on
got-
Stocker,
No, it had. Look, wait.
It's gonna be that
It
because
has
that's
to
what we
have
call
the.
it.
It has to have the
You
type.
can't just
Wait.
be college shit.
Yeah.
Didn't we just talk about college
Wait,
shit?
We're
It
gonna-
has to
we're
have the
gonna
type
call
of
it-
curriculum
yeah.
that they have in HBCUs.
Yes.
too.
yes.
It's not just about the name. It is like they got to have that type of curriculum as far as how they have the
Mhm.
different curriculum and all that. as
Why
far
are
as
you
what they
so
instill.
against
I think
a
like
new,
maybe like all that is a
innovative-
part
I'm
of
not
it too.
against it. I'm just saying it does not fit. Like they don't. You can't put a school on Crenshaw and it'd be like.
So when
it's
was the
now
cutoff?
in with the
When was the
HBCUs.
cutoff?
Like,
Yes,
no.
it is.
When was
Who
the cutoff?
said?
What
They
school
should
was
just
the
get rid
cutoff?
of the
Dude,
Baldwin
like I
Hills Mall and
said,
put
the
it right there.
HBCUs were created because black people could
I
not go to
understand
the
that.
other schools. So now
Now
that
this
you
is created because black kids in California cannot go to.
they can't, no, it's not
They
that
don't want
cannot,
to. They don't want
So
to.
that does not mean no.
So they
see,
shouldn't have
No, you don't even.
No.
You have you're denying education right now.
Not at all, because I said
Yeah.
you put them there, but you can't then put them in the same ranks that you do
Who
on
said?
Howard and
I'm
Hampton
black.
and stuff.
I'm
Not
black.
yet.
In 100 years, I'm gonna be historic.
You don't
Open
know
up
what
the
the,
school.
you don't know
No.
you don't know what kind of
Oh, but that's what I'm
accomplishments are
saying,
going to be
they're not
achieved through
Right,
the
there's
school.
gonna be
Because
lots
they're
of
100 years old.
accomplishments.
What makes them historic?
Because they were created during the time when black people could not go to those other colleges.
Okay, but now
It's
we're in
gonna
the
That's why they're
future.
Yeah.
But
historic.
we're in the future
new
now.
future
We're in the
theory.
future.
Now, Tess, in saying that, right? It's been stated and shown over and over that, like, when you look at the admission numbers for the different colleges, like UCLA and all the UC system schools and all that the numbers are down for black people. They say that they don't get admitted at the highest rate. I don't know about if the numbers are as high as far as the number of enrollees, but I know the admittance are definitely down.
Mhm.
Right? Now, if they have an option that does not, just like as far as, you know, what it was before, as far as the historically black colleges, if they have that type of option, what's to say they won't explore it?
But you just said all of that, but like she just brought up, you could go to one of the Cal States too. There's nothing that's blocking them from going to a school based on their race. That's what I'm saying. Like, yes, to your point, a lot of these schools, they do little fuckery things, and that's what keeps those
How about
numbers
having a
down.
school
But
that's
they
just
should
not
It's
with
gonna
the
be
fuckery?
historical because it's different.
Wait, how about a school? Wait,
Yeah.
if we start there, because we got a
Yeah.
starting point. All right. Now, if we have a school that's not with the fuckery and don't not doing all the fuckery stuff, at least for the black people, that's a start.
Right. I agree.
No?
We're in the future. We're in the future. These kids know nothing about what you are holding near and dear. They want the future.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because kids are continuously going to HBCUs
yes, but
still,
they are,
and they know the history when they're going to these schools.
Yes, but the things that hold heartstrings to us, we're so near and dear. Like she's so, into HBCU being in the South and da-da-da-da-da.
But some of that
it's not because it's in the South.
It's not just that. Some of that, she's an alumni. She understands the legacy. But what I'm saying is kids are still enrolling in HBCUs.
Yes.
Deion Sanders is raising the profile of HBCUs right as we
I understand
speak.
all of that.
So
I have a different aspect of that.
They're still aware, and it's still like us being in California.
I'm talking about not the kids that are now.
What I'm saying is us being in California, we are more removed from some of the thought processes. Like I said, a lot of that is going on in the South. That's where the schools are, a lot in the South. So I'm saying, they're still going to get a lot of that, and they still have that connection there. I wouldn't say that the connection is broken. I would just say maybe in California, if you're not directly connected to that, you might not have that. But I wouldn't say that. I think that's a different thing. I think that's proximity and due to geometry.
Due to geometry.
Geography. Hey, man. You see how much weed I smoke, right?
Right.
But what I'm saying is the kids that are in college now may know more than the future children.
The kids, I'm saying even the kids coming up, as far as depending on the...
But I don't see anything wrong with putting schools that are geared more towards what you're allowed with HBCUs. Like HBCUs, the one thing I give them is they open the door for a lot of kids that would apply for them other schools, even the Cal State schools, and would not meet the criteria at all.
That's what I'm speaking on right now.
I'm saying I would agree with that. I'm just not with now saying they are.
That's the fuckery.
Even in 100 years, in HBCU.
I wouldn't even necessarily say it's the fuckery.
Why not?
Wait a minute.
If they present the same opportunities.
Because that's not what makes an HBCU an HBCU.
No, HBCUs have very high standards of the school. You can't just get into an HBCU.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But what they will do, what they'll do is they will say, okay, you might not have that high GPA that they're looking for a well-rounded student. Okay, well, maybe let me see, why did your grades drop during that? Oh, you're like, well, I lost my mom. I had to do this. I had to do that. They're looking at all that. Okay, well, while this dropped, she still was in our community. She was doing this. Right. We'll give her a chance. While other schools will look at you and say, you ain't got the GPA.
Or no testing. Or the testing. The testing may not be as high.
Yep.
I'm not going to agree with that. My children applied to a lot of schools. They got into all of them. Hey, now. But one school that said they denied them was a HBCU because of something they were looking for. So that's why I say they do have high standards.
No, they do.
They do. But I'm saying, like, I worked at one.
That's
what you look for.
They don't have high standards.
Right.
He's just saying that somebody who got denied because of high standards, somebody else may get accepted because they may have other things, other criteria.
I find it most in the standardized testing.
Yeah, a lot of that
standardized
testing. Like, they'll look at you and say, okay, you didn't do that, but you got
look at your grades. Look at your grades. You had straight A's through every, you had straight A's your whole 4 years, but your standardized test was low.
I think the benefit for HBCUs is how many Black doctors we put out there, how many Black professional people come out of the HBCUs, because living in California, we don't see what we see in the South. I lived in the South. There are more Black doctors, which is a great thing. And they come from HBCUs. They're accepted to med school. Yeah. That's the great point about being at HBCUs. There are not a lot. But if we had something, like we already have Charles Drew, if we had another, and that's overlooked. That's even overlooked.
Yeah, it is.
Charles Drew is even overlooked. But I think that we can't just we have to be this type of way. We have we just
have to be open-minded.
Yeah, but we decide the culture, so we make it up.
You're right. Yeah. And look, I know she's just arguing the HBCU.
Yeah, I think she's.
I love HBCUs.
I'm fucking with her.
I
get where she's coming from, but I don't agree, because different criteria can change, and you never know what great things could be accomplished.
No, we're definitely on the same boat.
And then it could be, like I said, in 200 years,
Crenshaw U,
100 years,
right?
HBCU.
CU.
It's going to be a PBCU right
Oakland.
now.
It'll be a PBCU first.
It's a PBCU.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Predominantly Black.
That's Oakland. OU.
Yeah. OU.
All right. And then eventually, if it gets its prestige up and it builds its prestige, and it builds up.
See, that's what I'm saying. She's so
And build it
ungifted.
up.
I'll keep the P.
And build it up. And build it up.
Yeah.
It'll keep the P.
It's gonna be
The same way PWIs are still PWIs.
Because the people that's gonna be looking, you're gonna be keeping the people. The people that's gonna be looking back and be like, damn, way back in history, they
look,
opened up the
how
fucking
long has Harvard and
PVCU.
Yale been around? And they're considered a PWI. It didn't change.
But they
They
made
don't have
money off of-
historically white
they made money
colleges.
off of
But,
black
why,
people.
but you just made the argument if they've been around so long, then that makes them.
They don't have
historic.
that name to call it to
Yeah.
change it to.
No,
And
they
guess
call
what?
it-
They call it
Y'all
Ivy
won't
League.
either.
Yeah.
Huh?
PWI.
Y'all won't either.
Yes, they
No.
don't have anything to change it to. They're already Ivy
They
League.
can't.
My
They could be
Ivy League.
the historically white institution.
They don't have that.
Yeah.
There's no need to have
Why
that.
not create
Everything
it?
is historically
Right.
white.
Did you just make the argument to create everything?
Everything is historically white.
Yeah,
It's not-
everything.
Even though we built it, it's
Unnecessary.
historically white. We
already know that. That's all the shit
Yeah.
already. That's why we
Right.
have HBCUs, and we're trying to make
I
a new one, but you're hating on
Right.
it.
Thank
I-
you.
I-
CU,
That's what I'm saying.
OU.
And
That's
you're
what
right.
I'm
I
saying.
do also hate on it because I want
Yeah.
kids to get out and experience.
I'm gonna
something
name the
different.
episode
No.
Task.
Like, I
Doesn't
thought
want
I
any
realized
more
that they
HBCUs.
I mean, it's important to some kids, and they should have that opportunity to do
A
that.
lot of kids want to stay in LA. Everybody don't want to
Hey,
go
this is
there.
And
some-
I'm saying
hey, this-
I'll never be teased.
Hey, look, we
I
about
told
to-
them that's
we
why
about
they're
to-
trying
kids in the
try
South
something
that wanna
different.
come
We
to
are about to
California.
go because this
And
is
they usually ain't
semantics
trying to
like
go
a
to
bug.
HBCUs
We are just
either.
sitting there arguing semantics. This is
Okay.
stupid.
Yeah.
All right.
This is
Okay.
done. We're leaving.
All right.
All right.
Because you know I'm not gonna change.
This is
It's
this
okay.
is dumb. We're
We
like-
agree to disagree today.
No, we look.
We didn't even talk
we
about
all
Megan.
think
We didn't talk about
she's not
Megan.
disagreeing that we should have a school. See,
Yeah.
that's
No,
why
no,
we.
no,
That's
she's
why I
not.
said this.
It's
is
the
silly.
name of
This
the
is
school.
silly.
Yeah.
We're not
That's
gonna
why I
touch it. It's over. Megan's done.
Oh, Meg. Oh, let's get on it.
Yeah, just
Hold up.
let's real
Before
quick.
we go, that bitch a liar.
Oh,
she a liar.
Oh,
Y'all don't think she, hey,
man.
look, all right, look. I'm not going to, yes, I am. All right. The Meg Thee Stallion interview with Gayle went down, and we saw some of it.
Before you say, can
all
I
you
say
people
this?
saw it
Don't
too.
Go to Gayle no more. Like, but my
She,
people,
I'm now
no.
look, I am 100% with that because she
Like-
do all this hip hop and she do all this rap shit. Then she jumped to Gayle, right? She could have went to all kind of outlets.
I just think in general,
Why
no
is she
matter
going
what
to
your
an
lane
outlet?
is, do not go
Why
to
she's
Gayle.
going to? I'm gonna watch. That's the
You
hey.
know?
Because that outlet probably
That's the
reached
real
out to her.
No. That's she's asking the big
Yeah.
questions. Now we're potting. Why is she to go to an outlet, right? Because she's trying to get ahead of the story.
Yes.
She
But
is
Gayle is
trying
the
her best
go-to
to get
that they
ahead of
do
the
for
story.
any black story, though. When it's like that,
It
that's who
is.
they,
Well,
they pull Gayle out.
black face.
Well-
And I'm saying we need to. Start
I mean, that's
going
because they be
Gayle.
trying
People
to.
relate.
That's because they be trying to appeal to that
That feels
CBS
blackface.
audience.
Yeah,
They be trying
Yeah,
to appeal to that
yeah.
audience.
They don't know a thing about Meg or Tory. I mean,
Right.
they might know Meg from
Real
TikTok,
shit.
but
She trying
Tory?
to-
Right.
She is trying to sway the whole perspective of the shit ahead of time
Yes.
because things are not going so well. I
Yeah.
don't think in the overall scope
think
of
we're
what's
just
going
hoping.
on. You know what I'm saying? Look, when I started noticing when it's like when people start messing with Tory again, people start doing songs with him and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, people know something.
Right.
Like people
So,
like
okay,
behind
so-
the scene, people know something because like Tory was toxic because it's like if you shot her,
Yeah.
he was toxic. Nah, you a bitch ass nigga.
Right.
But people
Shoot
start
what
doing
were
stuff.
they
I'm like, nah.
drinking for him to?
Right.
How did they get to?
That's
how,
that powder.
how did they get to? How did they get to shooting from? She said that she wanted to go and nobody wanted to go to shooting.
They were
Right.
coked up. They were
Oh,
coked
now
up.
I'm about to shoot you.
They were coked up.
Yeah, they were. They were something
They were coked up.
for sure.
A lot of cocaine.
Not dance.
lot of coke-
Not dance,
'cause-
bitch.
Not
Cocaine.
dance,
Cocaine did
bitch.
cocaine is a hell of
Yeah.
a drug.
Cocaine.
Hell of a drug.
Okay, something was.
I
Going
don't know
on.
about it, but
Yeah,
I heard.
They were in
Just
LA.
saying.
Another trauma story.
Just saying,
They were
like,
in
I'm
LA.
just saying,
Another
like-
trauma.
She said she didn't fuck dude. You know what I'm saying?
Lies.
I'll-
She looked away.
I hope she did not.
She said that.
She didn't
I'm not
seem
getting
that.
into
She
that.
didn't seem super confident in her answer. I'm gonna
She
just say
said,
that.
"Wait, what? How did she say it?" She was like,
First,
sex?
Gayle,
Right.
look,
Sex?
she asked her. She asked her. Hey, so you been intimate with my guy?
Intimate?
You like sexual?
Right.
Like nah. No, we
I mean,
did
it's like-
we talking
She might have
footsies.
been
Yeah.
like, we
You been
didn't have
doing-
sex, but he gave me some head.
Man, we don't
Like,
care.
you
No, no,
be
no,
She
no,
hit
no,
the
no. No.
We don't care if they've been doing
I'm just
footsies or like
saying.
holding hands, eating ice cream. What y'all been fucking? That's what she
People
was asking.
face it.
And
Everybody
she
knows.
said,
When it's
and she
convenient.
said,
This is Gayle. She knows she
People
could
play
just say,
semantics
"Hey."
when it's you know.
I don't want to
convenient.
discredit her. I'm going to protect, Black women. So I'm gonna say, with her, I don't know. I think I definitely think there was an there for
Right.
sure. Because I don't know why you would say
It was a long too.
It was
Hey, look.
I just
For sure.
know what she was thinking.
Yes.
What was she thinking?
Hey,
She was
look,
like,
that
are we
was
putting
like
your
that
head
was
in the same category
No,
as?
no.
that was probably
that was
and that
no.
was probably longer than that. They probably
Because that's
edited
usually
That
it.
was a-
Shit out
Maybe
too.
she was like,
usually do that. I didn't fuck her, but she gave
Right.
me head. That's usually
That was the
a dude
am I
move.
gonna tell
She
this?
couldn't,
Am I gonna
she
say
couldn't
this?
get that off. Look, her whole premise is she can't do that because that's what she's been saying. So she can't get that off. You know what I'm saying? And she's trying to look as innocent as possible in this situation. She can't say like, she been sucking him off or none of that shit.
oh gosh, she would look like an
He
idiot.
offered them the meal ticket though. He offered them the $1 million
I probably
mean,
if they
that-
didn't say anything.
Why
I mean,
would-
that could be anything though. That
Protect
could be
what-
like, man, 'cause
No.
look, this is
I
about to
probably
be a
would've
lot
took
of
the
drama.
money.
Right.
No,
He's
protect
probably
Black
lost
women
him.
at
He
all
probably
times.
lost a
That is
meal
me
ticket over this shit
protecting
already.
so-
Yeah,
He
but
done
I
probably
feel
lost a meal
like-
ticket over this shit.
I feel like she wanted it, and that's why she didn't say anything at first.
She wanted what?
She wanted the $1 million. But he
So
was
then
like,
why did she say something at the end?
Because it got messed up
'Cause
when they
if
found
she
the
didn't-
fragments in her
yeah.
foot. That
No,
weren't
she
no,
didn't
glass.
get it.
there's been lots of fragments all over LA. She could
I
have
think
just.
he realized he didn't have to give it to her.
I don't know, man. You seen the text message?
Shit,
What was
that
the
could
text
be
message?
it.
Yeah.
The
You
text
know when
message
you
was
be
like, "Hey, help! We need help."
Tory
Meg-
shot Megan, right?
That shit was like the next morning, though.
What the hell have
Hey.
you been?
That shit wasn't like. It wasn't like.
We've been
See, the
down
whole
this road
story-
in LA before. We
It was
had
like the
Chris
next
and
morning,
Rihanna.
though.
Now it's Tory and Megan, and it's
I'm
the
just saying,
same.
man. We got.
It's trauma on
I'm
these
just saying,
streets.
it's on our radar. We can't get it off our radar. So what's really going on? That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I think
It's-
she
we
had
got
the
the
sex
story-
with him.
in this fight. I'm still going.
No.
I don't have a dog in the fight either.
But we
No.
know
Still
she
gonna
had
listen to
sex
her,
with
yeah.
him. That's for sure.
Right.
But I
Because
keep just seeing like shit.
Something
and I'm
happened
seeing,
with the friend.
I'm
you
seeing
know?
it like it's hitting my timeline. It's hitting my Twitter line.
It did. That's how I seen it was on IG, and because Gayle start popping up on my feed again. I'm not a Gayle follower, so I was like, if
That
you was
clip
gonna
they
do it, I
chose
would do her.
though. That clip
the
was very.
non-tear dropping.
Yeah.
clip.
When were the tears
Hey,
gonna fall?
It was no tears.
We need
I
back
didn't
people like
count-
Ed Gordon. And
I didn't
stuff
count-
to do
I didn't
these
count
type of
no
interviews
tears.
with our music.
It was a
people.
lot of sniffles, no
Yeah.
tears.
She was trying to get one out. She was trying to squeeze one out.
Right. I just felt like the whole look was a lot. I felt like if you were going on there trying to look like the victim, you did not look like the victim.
I mean, that's her look. She always.
I
I,
mean,
don't
just
think she gonna come on
normal.
TV looking
Come on.
regular.
It is normal for her.
No.
I don't think she gonna come on TV looking like.
I don't expect her to
regular.
look regular, but I mean, come on.
I know when I seen her looking regular though.
When she was in the background of Tory Lanez.
Hey, look, early during the
see,
pandemic when
I
Tory
do this
Lanez
with
was
you.
hanging
Well,
out.
but what he had like a little song. Was she twerking on there? I never seen her twerk.
I don't know. She was just behind that nigga chilling with her no
Several
makeup
times,
on, looking
With
like
her,
she was right at home.
Yeah, I mean,
The
I
friend
ain't got
too,
no-
right?
I mean, maybe he was giving her advice about her dudes. That's what was going on. Maybe that's what
No.
it was. Why she was.
I think
behind
that
him.
we've come so far. Like we don't know what sex is and what people do. You can feel the vibes and all those things. Her said a lot, even though it said she
It
said
said
nothing.
everything.
It said enough for us to know there was something
Yeah.
going on. Yeah, I don't believe anything she says
Nothing you
about
wanted to
sex.
say.
I don't know about this. Do we believe her getting shot though? Do you believe that Tory shot her?
I don't know
I
if
don't
Tory
know.
shot her, but then we know she got shot, right?
Almost.
She was ricochet. It was a ricochet.
I mean, look, the court when court goes down, we gonna know what it is. When
But
the
we'll
court-
be watching.
They
I'll
keep
be
putting
watching.
it. They keep
We'll
pushing
be
the case.
talking about it.
They keep pushing the case back. So, yeah, we'll be paying attention because I always was kind of just like wondering.
Yeah,
I just want to know.
It was just.
I just
wanna
want to know
know.
what happened now because it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a real interesting story.
It is.
Y'all will have to fill me in.
You don't want
It's-
to keep up. It'll come
This
across your
is certain things
timeline.
that-
Right.
Because
We'll
she
talk
was
about it
The way my
here.
life
she was
been.
back to
Right.
doing that super
Right, you
twerking
gonna
shit
fill
like the
me
next
in.
week. She was back to like on them heels.
That was the problem.
was.
Yeah, the problem was how fast she went back to twerking.
Mhm.
There has not been any twerk video since they got on her about,
Mhm.
oh, you're twerking? I thought you were injured.
She like, oh my bad,
yeah.
my
All
bad,
up on
my
your
foot.
tippy
oh,
My
that's-
foot is
Yeah.
wrapped up. Remember how she went and
She
showed?
like my foot's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That is a little pressure on my foot.
Yeah.
That would be.
Is it glass?
And a witness, I did read a witness saw her and her best friend fighting before.
Yeah, see,
the
I have
shooting,
my own
but
theory.
They never said anything about Tory shooting. They just said they saw Kelsey and Megan fighting. That's what they saw. The witness saw.
Yeah.
So
They were fighting.
Hey, when they get look, she has been doing little baby preemptive strikes. She dropped her little song, her little diss record.
Yeah.
Preemptive strike, trying to get the fucking girl power girls on her team.
nobody, we didn't
The
listen.
interview.
We
Fuck
didn't-
them, girl.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
We didn't download it. I didn't
Trying to get all
download it.
that shit going.
I didn't download it either. But
So they can be
shared it.
doing their fucking diss TikToks. She trying to get them to get they diss a nigga
You
TikToks.
like the diss? I didn't listen.
I listened. I listened
listened,
to
But
it.
I be liking a lot of shit. So I mean,
I didn't listen. I wasn't, and I'm not.
I'm gonna hit him up.
I don't
I
want
just wanted to see what
I
she
think
said.
I think Megan can rap overall. I don't share songs.
no,
Her songs ain't for me. She
No.
talking a lot of shit. She ain't really talking to me, but she can put words together. pretty
Her
good.
old, that's why I said her first music was a little more, it was better for me. But as far as this goes, yeah, I want to wait.
It's getting a bit little more commercial, a little
Yeah.
more poppy.
Yeah.
You know, as she's growing, getting bigger,
Right.
literally and figuratively.
I
Yeah.
ain't doing this with you.
What?
You don't want to discuss Megan,
No, it's his last little comment.
Oh.
That's why.
bigger, figuratively.
I can't.
I mean, she a big old girl.
She's tall.
I mean, she look good.
Man, if I ever get money, I'ma always look like I'm getting a trainer so I can
She
stay.
made a fan out of me
it.
on one of them damn festivals I was watching, popping and fucking twerking across the fucking stage for a fucking hour. I'm like, yep, well,
She
got
do
me.
look very
Got you.
good.
Yeah, no, we're not going to deny the talent there, just the story behind it.
The story was just strange, you know.
Yeah, the
I just
story
wanted
is
to
crazy.
know.
But that doesn't make us like her as an artist, though. We don't have any, like you said,
I will
dog
watch
in
the
fight.
festival show.
Yeah.
I mean, she's on my playlist, so
Like I
Right,
said,
like-
the songs aren't for me, but the festival show is top notch.
Well,
I can
her
do the
own-
songs. I just
I
can't
wouldn't say
keep up
top
with this
notch,
story.
but it's
Yeah.
suitable for me.
Oh, for
I
you
do
to
both.
watch.
Yeah, yes, it's
She's
a good
very
watch.
We know
entertaining.
you always keep me up in the know on everything. I'll be in class and sometimes I'll be like, shit, they didn't went through like 30 stories.
right.
Well, let me catch up. Like, oh, that's what happened. Okay.
It is popping.
Because outside of y'all, I
Yeah.
probably would not know what was
All
going
right,
on.
well, to be continued on this story again. We always get little tidbits, but we ready to get out of here.
All right.
All
So
right.
we're
We
gonna
gotta do
bounce
the
right
song.
straight. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Gotta go.
We gotta go. All right.
Check
let's
out
get on outta
time.
Here. I'm gonna send it around. Do the thanks. Let them know how to talk to you. And, keep it easy. Nikki Savage.
All right. My Instagram is Coach Savage. I never know this, but I think it's Coach Savage. Then you'll see my face and click yes or click follow.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I'm on any one of these guys' pages. Find me.
easy.
Yeah.
Hey, all it's gonna do once you type it in, they're gonna start being like, "Hey, do
Right.
you know, Coach? Do you know? They're gonna start doing it anyway." All right, Tess.
Mocha Vibes. That's Mocha. If it's on Instagram, it's _ VYBEZ. Instagram, Twitter.
Hey, Lee, you trying to have people get in touch with you?
Yeah, I'm scared of you guys at the gas stations, but you can follow me, Lily the One. Yeah, or Fantastico. You can find me anyway, but I don't have any Facebook. But Instagram, you can follow me on.
There it is, easy.
All right.
And I am Club Dynamite. Easy, change the U to a V on all the platforms. Same SOS, SOS, same shit. All right. Make sure that you follow the podcast on YouTube. That's youtube.com/Deez Ninjas Network. Make sure that you subscribe, rate, like, comment, tell a
Share.
friend, share,
Tell a
all
friend
of
to tell a
that
friend
thing.
to tell a
All
friend.
right.
Here.
We so much appreciate you for tapping in with us.
Yes. Thank you.
Tap,
what more
tap,
can I
tap
say?
in.
What more can I say? We out.
We out.
All right. Bye.
You know, you didn't. Oh. we still
What?
going?
What?
No, are we still going?
No, I haven't stopped it yet.
Oh no, why did you stop it? I was saying something to
Okay.
you.
Yeah, bye,
Oh, okay.
people.
Bye, y'all. Love y'all.